So welcome back to the stream of MAMIYA. So today I started late because my internet was having issues, so I couldn't even go to any websites. It was some issues in here, so that was why I started late. So today it's gonna be the last time that I'm gonna play MAMIYA. Because I already showed some endings, show how you go for the other scenario, that is the downfall, and like that it's the story of Natsumu, that you see where he is now, that is in like he died and now he's like not the underworld but in a world where you are the dead are a spectator, and the spectators don't have the memories, but he's special because he has the memories of his past life. And now he can see he wants to save his friends from dying, because on the other scenario his friends die because of MAMIYA. Now he wants to save them, and you need to know how to save them. Like the librarian said that it's impossible, he cannot interfere in their stories, but someone behind that mysterious door say that he can interfere, but he needs to be careful. So then he pick up a random book, and see that in that world, that is a parallel world, those kids are alive, so random kids are alive, but they are sad because MAMIYA died. So you want to understand how that happened, how MAMIYA died in that parallel world, right? So that's how we go for that story. So here we go. For now, I'll just see how this story goes. Here we go. So this is a parallel world from that, as you can see. Man with glass, excuse me, one coffee please. And we see this guy, Samijima, that we saw on the story of Suo, if you remember. He's in here too, but he says, "Tall man, another one for me. How about you too?" The tall man looked questioningly at the two people in school uniforms, who ended up requesting the same order as him. The waiters took their orders and walked away, once again leaving the four people to their awkward silence. Female students and male students. Interesting. They were drenched in rain. The warmth inside the cafe had dried them up a bit, but they could still easily catch a cold. None of them seemed to care at all. They had something far more important to worry about than the cold. The girl, who had been trembling, finally broke down in tears. "MAMIYA." No one said a thing, not even a word of consolation. They simply felt the weight of the silence pressing down on them, almost as if they themselves were crying. "Here's your order for coffees." The silence was broken when the cold-eyed waitress returned with their drinks. Regaining some of their composure, the four watched as a hot steam billowed up from the coffee. Some began drinking right away, while others suffered in silence as they remembered him. That is MAMIYA. Don't forget about it. What will you say to some remunishing? The suggestion came from the tallest man. Remunishing? What about? About what? What else? MAMIYA, of course. The very air seemed to freeze around them. He felt as though the coffee would go cold in a matter of seconds. So about it. I think it will help us process things and get our feelings in order. His sound tone made him seem emotionally unfazed, which only served to amplify the anxiety of the other three. In fact, not even he knew why he had said something like that. He didn't actually want this strange to know about the memories he had shared with MAMIYA. However, he did want to know how MAMIYA was reflected in their eyes. This conflict was shared by all four of them. "You start then. You are the one who suggests, so it's only fair." "Very well. I will tell you about MAMIYA I knew, because it's always different for each character. If you remember from last night, it was always different. The way like how MAMIYA presented himself, it was always different. Honest, I couldn't remember when I met him. He was always by my side as an invaluable part of my everyday life. I'm using him and he, but even now I don't actually know his gender. That's true. Because for Marichaka was like a nurse. For Ryu, it was a bunny with a bunny head, right? For Minato, it was a gas mask. and for Suo it was invisible. Do any of you know if he's a man or a woman? Was this asexuality of his just a product of his youth? Many say that when boys are most juvenile, they are close to girls than ever. MAMIYA seemed to be this idea made manifest. He had the smile of an omnipotent god and heel feet of his otherwise small frame. I could remember myself often thinking that the sensitivity he seemed to emanate left no room for sex or sexuality. Hold on. Yes? Everyone listened to the tall man's words with puzzled looks on their face, but the one to speak up first was the beautiful young girl. He did admit it seemed somewhat androgynous, but he was clearly a man. Really? I couldn't tell at all. Are you serious? Give me a break. You could tell just by looking. He was easy taller than this guy here with the glass, and he had his Adam's apple sticking out. Getting singled out by the girl surprised the man in glass, but what she actually said confused him even more. The tall man slightly parted his lips and waited for the girl to continue. MAMIYA, he taught at my school. He was a science teacher with a haircut trim at nape with his neck, who always wore a lab coat and a turtleneck. I got the impression he was popular among female students while also being well respected by the boys. He was good at teaching. He used to smile all the time, almost sadistically so. He had these large bony hands, hate men, but his hands were special, they were always calming down. MAMIYA was always sensitive to the nuance in other people's art. He also knew exactly what was going on in mine. He didn't tell me where he lived, how old he was, or if he was even married. But that school was dreadful, suffocating place, and MAMIYA was the only one I could unconditionally trust, of course. That ain't right. The next to speak up was the man in glass. He was the only one to have empathy his cup of coffee. As the mist from his glass cleared, his eyes met the girl's. He behaved as he pleased, completely unfazed by her scornful gaze. You don't have much luck with men, do you? Excuse me? Listen, MAMIYA was a woman. If you can look at her and think that's a man, your standards for guys must be hell messed up. Ew. And you there, MAMIYA's no child, she's clearly an adult. Oh really? And what makes you think that? MAMIYA is the only woman I've genuinely loved. Because they still don't understand what MAMIYA is. I doubt anyone else will have such a huge impact on me. Not in this life, that's for sure. Well, she did have somewhat masculine way of speaking. I'll give you that, but that's hardly justification enough for outright declaring her to be a guy. There was this unique aura about her, like she knew exactly what she wanted and wouldn't allow anyone to interfere. She was intelligent, insightful, and independent to boot. She usually wore a racing jacket on her shoulders and enjoyed the kind of tobacco only oddballs would appreciate. I inhaled that smoke more times than I can count. It was more than enough for a man to fall in love. So you are just keep quiet like that, huh? I'm guessing the MAMIYA you knew is different from ours. Hey, the guy doesn't talk, you listen to us? Oh, sorry, I was spacing out. The bags under his eyes made it clear that he had led an exhausting life. But keeps playing in my head, no matter how hard I try to shake it off. What? Back? Oh, nothing, forget I said that. MAMIYA and I were just friends. You will be been at my side for as long as I could remember. You look out the world with large curious eyes and wore a school uniform that was different from mine. I wasn't even sure if he went to school though. I figured he had his reasons, so I chose not to pry. I've lost count of many times his decent attitude and boundless self-confidence helped fill me with courage. I really can't say that we met often. Yeah, I ran into him now and then we'll discuss current affairs, but for some reason he still felt like a close friend I will know all my life. None of our MAMIYAs match up, huh? Hey, I got a question. Do you know anyone else who knew MAMIYA? The question, asked in very serious tone, made everyone else freeze. I asked around about a woman called MAMIYA, but no one seems to have known her. Same with mine, but how's that even possible? He was definitely a teacher at our school, I'm sure of it. I even took his class with all the other students. Why did everyone forget him? So what I'm saying is that in this world, they didn't understood what MAMIYA was. What is MAMIYA anyway? All four of them had something to tell the others. However, none of them could bring themselves to say it, because that would mean denying their own memories as well as their own MAMIYAs. No one said anything after that. Phew. Blackout. The story briefly stopped. I closed the book with a sigh. I'm finding more questions than answers. Yeah, because what is MAMIYA? I think I know what it is our dark side. Like sometimes, like we have the light side that is being friendly like that, and dark side is that violent desire to suicide like that. It's what I think it is, MAMIYA. And that's why you come to me, huh? Yes, I feel I should get the opinion of a senior in the fields. A senior? Me? Yes, did I upset you? Not really, and besides, you are fresh meat, so I guess everyone here will be your senior. I don't mind helping you. I mean, there are worse ways to kill time. Careful you don't get found out though. I'm aware of the risk. Anyway, I've learned some new things, but all they did was make me even more confused. Like my friends, each of those people at the cafe were close to their own MAMIYAs, and they will all turn up over his death. MAMIYA had affected their lives, but perhaps it was his death that freed them. At least that's what I thought at first. But it doesn't really seem that way, does it? No, I then consider another possibility that even in death, MAMIYA might still be tormenting those four. He may be dead, but he lingers on us wrath and continues to take their lives. I'm not saying he's a ghost, because seeing he can't be seen, the comparison feels appropriate. If those four are actually still bound by MAMIYA, then just like my friends, they might eventually be caught up in his endless circle of tragedy. If I can save at least one person from MAMIYA influence, I'll do it. But I first need to know what he really is. I bit my lip, bearing the chagrin. I thought I had come up a new lead, but instead found even more MAMIYA's victims. If I left alone, he would bring misfortune upon people other than my friends. Suddenly I heard the sound of fingers snapping from behind the door. Relax, newbie. Huh? Weren't you told that the spectator's job is to observe? It's kind of like star reading. You sit back, observe, and see new trajectories. That lets you predict what the story needs to become. The historical truth mankind will follow. The first step for any spectator is to unravel each and every cause. Unravel each and every cause. Well, it don't come for new characters to show up. What's important is to find the common link that connects them to the stories you already observed. So it's like in a book that leaves so much up to interpretation that completely different characters and scenes could be involved in similar situations and thus get mixed up? Exactly. The people at the cafe and my friends, the one thing they had in common was MAMIYA. Yeah. So their involvement with MAMIYA was enough to insert them into the historical truth as a what if. That confirmed my suspicions. Those four are also in MAMIYA's clutch. I didn't know who they were. Unlike Kikuchi, Ryo and the others, they weren't my friends in real life. What I did know was that they too had fallen prey to MAMIYA. I can't just watch and let even more people suffer these tragedies. I clenched my fist, my body trembled with anger. I appreciate your help. So, what you gonna do? I'm going to observe them for a while longer. Their story might contain a hint that could help me uncover MAMIYA's true identity. That's so, best of luck then. Thanks. Alright. I walked over to the book and took a few moments to gather myself. I will shy away from no amount of the tours if it meant I could save my friends. I will find out what MAMIYA is, if it's the last thing I do. I focused my conscience. It was something I had to do in order to sink deeper into the story. Leaning forward, I read the first line like I always had. Tokyo, during the year in which the world was prophesied to end. I took a deep breath and gathered my resolve. Then let me teach you how to interfere. As my senses began to fade, I recalled what the man behind that cold door had told me. I wasn't deep enough yet. I had to go further down. Now's your chance. Bite into your tongue. I poured all the strength I could into my jaw. Oof! He bite his tongue. Jesus Christ. That's not healthy. So let me now save, because we already passed through a lot. That's a thing that I will say, like, always save. Take chance always to save the game. Okay. Save. If you pass out while spectating, your conscience loses its place and continues to descend, until your soul enters some random schmuck in the mass and you get yourself a boy to inhabit in that world. I didn't know if there was any truth to his words. Perhaps he simply wanted to deceive me and make me suffer fate worse than death. Even so, if there was even a silver of a chance that I could save my friends, I had no choice but to do it, no matter the pain. Because like Leroy said, that you can die a lot of times, but you will feel the pain. That is so what means that you can enter in the bodies of our friends, but if you die, Natsum will suffer at the same time. Natsum died, so here we go now. Again, same thing. I'm back at my funeral again. What happened to the people from the cafe? As one question after another racing through my mind. Oh, sorry. So, Minato, it's my fault, really. Wait. Without even thinking, I grabbed the hand, picking out his blazer. Do keep in mind that it's forbidden to interfere with a story. That was the library saying. Sorry, it's nothing. I see, I'll be going then. So the people that was talking with everyone was always Natsu, but it's like only to know the backstory, what he saw. The first scenario that I picked, the fall down, was to know only that. That's cool. My thrill went on just it had every other time I watched it. No matter how many times I went through this, imagining their pain as they approached the casket always hurt me. Natsuma. How do they see me? Under usual circumstances, spectators don't retain any of their past memories. Due to this, your situation, a case in which spectator has memories of their past life and is involved in a story related to themselves before they die, is complicated to say the least. When you begin spectating, you descend into the present of the story and take over the position of a nameless character. Okay, that's why that we were talking, but nobody knew about us, because we were like a Hanum dude that was only on that place. That's how it works. Take over. But then, what happened to the life of that person? Whatever do you mean? A single member of the nameless mass hardly has a life worth a story. I wouldn't concern myself with it. Focus instead of spectating. So this explaining to understand who we were in there when we were talking. As a result of that, I will be perceived different than the Natsum Soshiroi being mourning right now. That was how it was supposed to be. Although I realized this had been put in place to prevent unnecessary confusion, it still vexed me not being able to call out to them as Natsum. As the phone came to an end, people began to file out of the church. If I didn't do anything here, the story will change one bit. In each of their respects, MAMIYA will trifle with their lives, resulting in their eventual deaths. Interfere with the story. I'll make all of them happy. So Minato. Excuse me. Are you Tuju Minato? Oh, yes. I have something to tell you. It's about Natsuma. So we are starting to interfere with the story. So Ryo and Minato Morichaka. It's so hard to say that name. And so on. What's about Natsuma? I came because he said it concerned me. So we call all four of them. Morichaka. I have to remember his name correctly. Morichaka. You too? You too, Ryo? I thought it was just me, about me. Thank you very much for coming. What a pain. I'm out. As always. Wait. I thought it was just about me and Natsum. Why are the others here? Is this a new kind of prank? I gotta say, using a dead person for something like this is really bad taste. No, I have a message from Natsu. Everyone is like, huh? What? And it's related to us? Yes. Look at this. I pull out a single piece of paper from my chest pocket. Look, it's Asum handwriting. I got it from him while he was still alive. While he was alive? Yes. Actually, I had written it up during this very funeral. I may not have looked like Natsum Soshiro, but he still had his handwriting. The four gathered around the piece of paper on the bench, looking like scientists faced with a tough equation. Why would he? It's like he knew he was going to die. Is this his will? An informal one, at least. An informal will. Some people write them down in case they die. That's true. That's right. Normally this kind of note would include the person's open requests, like whether to keep them on life support, what to do with their wealth, things like that. But this one has 4 names on it. Kikuchi Ryo, Tujo Minato, Morichaka Haruki, Suo Keito. That was the 4 classes that you play in the beginning immediately. The names of 4 of you gathered here. What did Natsu want of us? Silence. This is what's written on the paper. During the month before my burial, please gather every father and decide what to bury alongside my casket. Okay, that is what he wants. Of the 4 of us, you mean? Yes. Even though most of us don't even know each other? Yes. But see, it's like, so what means like when you play with them, right? They don't know each other, but you saw that Marichak, when you play with Minato, he knows Marichaka. But Morichak, when you play with him, he doesn't know, he only knows Mina. When you play with Suo, he is with Ryo, but Ryo has amnesia. But when you play with Ryo, he finds Suo on the beach. So, which means that nobody knows each other. In the reality, they don't know each other. It's like they are connected only. It's like you see the 4 stories, but they only connect by MAMIYA. They don't really know each other. Like they say in here, we don't know each other. That's what it says. What else is he thinking? It's kind of hard to understand the story how it is, right? It's like I'm kind of confused. You want us to choose what to bury with him? Is that really Natsumi's wish? It is, yes. He entrusted this to me. Unlike a standard will, this doesn't hold any legal power. So ultimately this choice is yours. But Natsumi wants you to properly process his death. That's what I think anyway. The contents of the note were so full of regret and self-love that even I wonder why I had written it. Strangely enough, though, it really did seem like Natsume had jotted all this down while he was alive and then entrusted it to me. Since I had no memories of how Natsume died, I couldn't help but feel that way. Caught me out. But this is enough of a goodbye. I don't have what it takes to drag Natsume's death around for a whole month. Ryo, I understand. I want to do this. We'll meet up, talk about Natsume and decide what to bury with him. This is kind of embarrassing, but it still hasn't really sunk in for me that he's gone. Even after all this, I will probably just go, oh, he's gone, and then completely forgot about him within a few days. And then life will go on as usual. That's totally normal, though. What's the big deal? It's how you are supposed to treat the dead. You don't have to say it like that, though. You are right, it is normal, but that's why I don't want to handle it like this, like it's nothing. I want to properly say goodbye to him. I want to do it as well. Minato is right, I still haven't properly processed Natsume's death. When he died, I wish I had been kinder to him. I regret not talking to him more, and that's kind of regret that stays with you your whole life. So at very least, I want to sort out all my feelings and do it the right way. God, I can't stand gloomy shit like this. Death should be the end of for people, damn it. He didn't even keep in touch, so why would he choose me? Fine, whatever, guess it's only for a month. You are willing to do it? Yeah, but we are strange once it's over. Kikushi Ryo, was it? Yeah. I won't force you to do this, but I would like to know what Natsume spoke to you about. Is that bad? I won't be of much help though. That's hardly a problem. Okay, so they all accepted to for a month to every Friday to bury something there. Okay. Okay, then I would like you to all meet up in church again next Friday. Hold on. What's your name? My name? Oh yeah, it's kinda creepy how you know all our names, but we don't know yours. You didn't tell us how much knew Natsume either. What name I was supposed to use here? Seeing me act so perplexed, they all gave me justifiable suspicious looks. Come on. Hurry, I'm thinking of a name. My name is Natsume. Oh, I said it. I bet I'll say it. Are you related to Natsume? I don't think so. I didn't see this guy among the relatives during the funeral. Are you? That distressful looks only made me even more uncomfortable. I couldn't think of anything else. Should I have just blurted out a random name? Well, obviously, anyone with two brain cells to rub together would have done that. But after seeing them die one by one, getting to finally meet them face to face made me act greedy. If at all possible, I want them to call me Natsume again, and this is what it led me to. You think you are too good to give us your real name? Talk about being arrogant. Are you mess with us? I can't say I appreciate being the butt of a joke. Is that your actual name? I didn't expect to be in such a deep mess. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Natsume isn't that rare of a last name, after all. That's so. Yes. I'm really sorry, I hesitated to reveal my name because I knew it would only end up confusing you. But I can also understand why it will make you mistrust me. The bottom line is that I'm not his relative, but my name is also Natsume. You could just say that from the start. Thank you, so okay too. So how do you know Natsume? We happened to run into each other in town. Really? And he gave you a note that important? Morichaka Haruki, I guess, was positive piercing. I had to make this seem feasible, otherwise they would never agree to meet up again. To be able to reasonably keep in touch with them, I had to make sure they still trust me. I needed to think of a good explanation. Please remember Natsume personality, please remember Natsume looks. Let me save. So, please remember Natsume personality or looks. I think I go for personality because they always talk about his personality. Please remember Natsume personality. His personality? Yes, he was like the air, wasn't he? Hard to fully grasp. I really didn't meet him by chance when I asked for direction in town. When I told him my name, he said, "What a coincidence, it's same as mine," and he hit it off right away. Oh yeah, I guess I can see Natsume being fond of people sharing his name. I agree, that does make sense. Really. I can only assume it entrusts this note along with this role to me because we had the same name. I think having a strange stranger with the same name convey his words was this. Is what? His sense of humor at work, probably. It ain't funny though, never has been. Well, screw it. Friday, right? I just got to come here? Yes, please do. So maybe to have other ending you can choose the other, that is the looks. Maybe? Who knows? Phew. Left alone in church, I sighed. The lively atmosphere from before had been replaced by our almost oppressive silence. The friends I thought I would never meet again, and Natsume. The five had now agreed to meet each other over the next month. I could never reach this point by remaining a mere observer, so I need to make absolutely sure that everything goes well. If I had stuck to my job as spectator, I couldn't have killed any of this. It was a result of my ego, a clear consequence of my interference. I changed the story. My words reached no one, however saying them out loud filled me with clear, conscious realization of what I had just done. The realization that I had interfered with the laws of this world, coupled with the guilt of having broken the rules, it was like a shackle weighing me down. Even so, no matter what obstacles I will have to face, I will save them. I wonder if that will go so well. The voice coming from behind jolted to alertness. Maybe I should start preparing your friend's funeral for when you fail? It was a voice I could never forget, a voice I will curse even in my dreams. Oh, it is. Is that kid again? Because he has like the color of his eyes, I think they are different. What do you say, Natsume? MAMIYA. It's MAMIYA. That I forget that it's MAMIYA. How dare you show yourself, you vile being? So now we see the truth. I think this is the true MAMIYA. It is. I'm glad your packet for the Ramark is alive and well, spectator. How do you know that lead title? Oh, indeed. Care to wager, I guess? The wave of his head made it obvious that he had no intention of giving me a proper answer. I had a million questions to ask him. Why was he killing them? What was this so-called trichiliocosm that supposed awaited them beyond death? And most importantly, what even was MAMIYA? Swallowing me my numerous questions, I simply glared at him. I don't care what goes on your heads, but can that change the moment you start putting their very lives on scale? I won't allow you to drive those innocent people to their deaths. In response, he grinned, his face full of joy. Driving them to their deaths, you say? A thought born from a mind controlled by science. What? Let me ask you this then. What it is? Why do people fear death? He merely squinted, but that alone changed the very air in church. He felt as though he was trying to assert dominance over this entire place, and he wanted me to know too. No one really knows death. Tell me, did any human in this world ever experience true death? Humans don't even understand whether it's good or not. They are simply controlled by this preconception that it's something to be shirked. That is, I think it means afraid. No, people fear death precisely because they don't understand it. In the world we live in, a single death means the end of it all. Once dead, you can no longer meet any of your friends or family. You can't change that fact. So you're saying that it's all good as long as people get to live for a minute or second longer? That's not what No, that's exactly what you meant. Death scares you only because you are dependent on your body and honor. What a simple materialistic line of thinking, devoid of wisdom and reason. I'm not only talking about good lives. It wasn't just their deaths I found issue with, but their way of life too. Admit it, it's because of you MAMIYAs that they all end miserable. Are you really sure about that? From a different angle, you could say MAMIYA saved them. Can you perceive in that way? That's true. Because the story that marks me more was Ryo, so it was his life was bad because the mother didn't like Ryo's sister, that Midori, and she said that Midori was a bad thing that she born, and then Ryo killed the mother only to save her from beating. So in one way it was good, but from other way it's bad. What? Humans don't know death. It's only their fear of unknown that drove them to view it as something evil. And so by granting them as unknown death, MAMIYA saved them. Because you see, salvation at the end of them was their truest, most earnest desire. How do you feel about their predicaments anyway? Do you think they will have eventually found happiness if they had continued to live, bound in their personal cage of isolation? Yes. As long as you are alive, you are able to start over. The possibilities are endless. My, what an awful, cruel thing to say. The temperature around us decreased. You witnessed so much pain. Yet you will continue to tell them to endure the torture that is their lives. You will continue to tell them to dream of a better future. Am I getting this right? The music is called the music. No. Try as you might, your snake tongue will not lead me astray. The greatest error in the good lives they had is the appearance of the illusion called itself MAMIYA. Oh, everything you say is subjective. A self-centered evaluation routine, arrogant sophistry, nothing more. They were similar. MAMIYA worming its way into their lives made them lose sight of objectivity, and it's why they end up consumed by such an illusion. You forget they are very much at fault too. They sought us out. We were merely arms to their call. You were wrong. That's why, because MAMIYA, because you made sure to close off their means of escape. But this time I'm putting an end to your schemes. Will you now? I will lead them down the path of salvation, even if MAMIYA appears. Hehehehe. Natsume saw Shiro, a stellar boy coupled with a wonderful soul. He always zoomed out, looked at me like a thing of beauty, then swung it down. Ha! I almost jealous. His eyes burned with sarcasm, but when I turned his gaze with scowl, he quickly changed his expression. But you still don't understand the thing. His implicative words made me scowl even harder. What do you mean? The man simply laughed at me, turning around and walking toward the door. Let that question torture you, nameless spectator. Wait, I won't let you do as you... Ooh, spicy. Kuh. I was back. I had just lost a chance to unravel the mystery behind MAMIYA. If that alone wasn't enough, I felt something intensely unpleasant as well, almost like there was something in my mouth. Glancing down, I realized that I had bled so much from my mouth that blood began to form a puddle on the floor. Ah! I shoved my hand into my mouth and started frantically moving around what I found inside. I got hold of my tongue and stabilized my breathing. Before I knew it, my tongue had completely healed, okay? The feeling combined with sight of blood made me remember. Right, I beat to my... Are you alright? Oh, Miss Librarian, this just... You appear to have returned while in the middle of spectating. It's highly an uncommon occurrence, so don't let it bother you. Could I really just ignore all this blood? Wait, what? The fresh blood I had bled onto the floor moments earlier was nowhere to be seen. More important, how did your work go? Did you see any major flaws in the story? Did you see the star shift? It's going well. I averted my gaze and did so almost unconsciously. I went against what she had told me and interfered with the story, that's true. How will this smiling, bespectacled woman react once she found out? Just think about it sent drops of cold sweat down my back. Most excellent. A fatigued work is a poor worker. I will advise you rest now. Thank you, I will. I couldn't bring myself to look her directly in the eye. She taught me all the basics when I was lost and confused, yet I repaid her kindness with betrayal. Even so, I want to find the path that leads to their salvation. Alone, answered only by books, I joined my hands together and hung my head in silence. So try to go back to the story, right? One thing I had learned while on the job was that Spectate had access to the 3 world layers. The upper layer was the world I inhabited right now, the place where, book in hand, I flipped through the page and read the stories set in writing. The lower layer was the world of the living, okay? A place with fresh air, physical bodies and everything else people needed to lead their lives. The middle layer was where spectators would observe the living, while here I could look down on the lower layer like an astral projection. This was was also where I watched the tragic fates of my friends unfold before my eyes, and where spectators would usually stay whenever they were in the middle of reading stories. The bird's eye view offered by this layer would allow spectators to have full grasp of the story's flow. Looking back at it, I was already able to interfere with the story before the start of the funeral. I even recall briefly addressing my friends. The library must have known that too. Apparently that was only allowed so I could decide which character to focus on. I dreaded to imagine the scolding I would receive if she ever found out about the true extent of my interference. It would also be nice if I didn't have to bite into my tongue ever again. Yeah, because it needs to create some pain to enter. Anyway, I was now interacting with the story of the 4 people I saw at the cafe. For now I decided not to interfere and instead focus on merely observing them from the middle layer. I will remain objective here. Telling that to myself, I stayed my ears to listen to the ongoing story. So now it's from the other 4 characters, that is from the other worlds that we're gonna observe. So in here we're not going, Natsu not gonna interfere. Hey, hands off my meat. So that's Niga, or like Nigwa, I think it's like that, Nigwa, and this is Ari Sugahawa. Okay, go eat the book shoy or something. See, it's Nigaki. It's so hard to say. What? But that's Thomas. And this is Toma, okay? Bok shoy, I'll help you eat if you don't want to. That's not what I'm talking about. If you don't take your meat, it will be gone before you know it. This fatty knows no restraints. Come on, even this guy eating nothing but meat and tofu. What about the veggies? And see, why Samejima is in these worlds, but is at the same time on the world of the others? That's strange. I'm a guest eating vegetables by principle. Oh, these king oyster mushrooms are pretty delicious. He's right, Nigaka. Jesus, it's so hard to say. Nigigaki. They are great. Are you even listening to me? Eat your gosh darn meat. The 4 of them continue to argue, while sitting around the simmering hot pot. A few days ago, MAMIYA really does exist. Otherwise, how are we even supposed to deal with these feelings? All they could do was not. They felt that everything would vanish if they didn't. The 4 of them had all dealt with loneliness and isolation that came with having really different outlooks from their peers. For days they were alienated, misunderstood, outcasts, but now they finally found others who were on the same page as them. What would you say to share a room? We could spend our time discussing our memories of MAMIYA. Things moved quicker after that. Samejima prepared the residence while Ari Sugawa got the electrical appliance. Samejima found a large pink house. It was far from convenient, but allowed for distance they could all tolerate. Toma didn't have much luggage, but Nigaki brought over a number of packed cardboard boxes. By late December, the 4 were already living under the same roof. If you ask me, the key to happy cohabitation lies in setting down some rules. So I say we agree on the couple. Start with the dish. On Mondays is Arisugawa, Tuesdays me, Wednesdays Nigaki, first Samejima, Fridays Arisugawa, Saturdays me, Sundays Nigaki. Objection. Sustainer, go on. Why do I have to clean twice a week while this guy gets away with once? Oh my. A week has 7 days and there's 4 of us, and Samejima is really busy, so he probably can't be here on certain days. You are saying I look like I got loads of free time? I mean, you do use the house more than any of us, so it's only reasonable you do the dish, no? Huh? You don't wanna take this outside? Wait, please calm down, Nuchu. Whoa there. You are the one picking a fight. Jesus. Hey, it's just dishwashing. Even if you should be able to do that much, right? Okay, let's make it so that Nigaki and I take turns washing the dish every Friday. You okay with that, Nigaki? Whatever. Some distance away from them, Nigaki sighted, then simply left. I got a call, got a run. And I think I'll go back to practice. I'll head out for a walk myself. And so everyone left. leaving the duty schedule on the table all by itself. Is it just me, or are they really ill-suited to living together? I'm really struggling with the urge not to butt in, but I know I shouldn't. I decided I won't interfere with them. I need to stay on sharp lookout for hints regarding MAMIYA. They all decided to share a room, but they were complete strangers who little just met. In my opinion, it really wasn't going well for them. Even my brief observation was enough for me to pick up on their unique quirks. One was really audacious, so this is audacious. Another will always wear the same expression, which made him really hard to read, of course. The only girl in the group, albeit stunningly beautiful, seemed to be perpetually upset with general low tolerance for other people, so always upset with everything. The last one had a calm personality and appeared to be glue holding the group together, so the guy that tries to help each other. But they all seemed to live life at their own pace, which inevitably caused many clash. This was especially true for the two adults. Arisugawa and Samejima were woefully incompatible, of course. Oh, Arisugawa, have you seen Samejima by any chance? Why do you even want with that impotent jerk? He was even more upset than usual. Toma, however, didn't seem particularly bothered by others' tone. You got to do it for him, so I figure I will let him know. I will get his monthly order of Viagra? Considering how cool it is, it's likely something wrong. Wrong? I saw I got twitched. Tolo went and placed the cool box in the living room. There's probably organs inside. Nigaki joined in on the exchange. Come on, Nigaki, you shouldn't say that. It does kinda creep me out though. Here's the idea, let's use this as evidence to have him thrown in jail. It's a heart. A large shadow dropped over the box. It was Samejima. His sudden appearance made Nigaki put on a feisty expression. This is for you, Samejima. Thank you very much. I will go ahead and tuck it in the fridge. Wait, did you just say heart? So it really is an organ. Are you planning a transplant? Like some kind of mad scientist? Oh, don't be silly now. I'm going to eat it. You are going to do what? Are you a vampire? Ew! It's an animal heart. I had it ordered fresh from butcher shop I frequent. An animal heart? A cow heart to be precise. If it's fresh you can have sashimi. In fact, why don't we have just the for tonight's dinner? Can we? I will gladly. Not so fast. We agreed to have a takoyaki party tonight, remember? It's so hard to say these names. We did? Oh great, just when I thought we were out of the woods, she goes charging back in. Oh, we absolutely did. We even have the octopus. But today the only day we could have cow heart sashimi. Nigaki, would you mind if you postpone that takoyaki party? I need to give the pan back tomorrow though. Oh, I see, still. And he falls silent. It's your fault for buying something that made a mess of things. Oh, it is? Oh, to be young and so easily manipulated. Visibly annoyed by the pitying looks he gave them, the two sons looked away. By the way, just how much of the fridge are you planning to occupy? Like, seriously, a heart? Want me to shove your goddamn heart in the fridge next time? Oh dear, I see the 99 among us sure is busy opening a closed fridge. Compared to how much this place you occupy, that seems like a minor problem. Come on, Arisugawa, will you please give it a rest and get takoyaki pan already? Samejima, I think you really should hurry up and put it in the fridge. Ignoring the two, Arisugawa and Samejima stood up and slowly closed the distance between them with the table at the center. I think we are getting something wrong here. I guess I might as well use this opportunity to clear things up for you. If you are thinking of assaulting me, go right ahead. You are the one who will be arrested. Or if you still have enough energy left here to call your butts. And how about you? If you are planning to call an ambulance, now it's your only chance. Where's the freaking takoyaki pan? The heart will spoil, I won't be good for sashimi. What a mess. Back off, music student. Go ahead and hit the goddamn heart if you want it so much. Nigaki, there's a shop near my workplace that specializes in takoyaki. I can go buy you some next time. That's not the issue here. I said that I want takoyaki now. This has already been said, so don't you make a mess of it. Go on, be nice and eat up the takoyaki pan. And I can't just go ahead and eat the hearts. I need permission first, also. Wait a sec, Toma. Aren't we having takoyaki? You are not planning to stuff your face with a raw organ, aren't you? Honestly, Nigaki, we can eat takoyaki whenever you eat out. But cow heart sashimi is a rare delicacy, you know? I'm not interested in organs. At least give it a try first. Even Nigaki and Toma were arguing now. They slid between Arisugawa and Samejima, making two adults raise curious eyebrows. Hey, you are in the way, goddammit! Get the hell away! Excuse me? This isn't your house. Why would I even listen to you? Because I've been here the longest. So you finally admit it. When you really think about it, though, I was the one who found this place, so technically it's mine. Now, if you will please move aside. If I do, she will start her takoyaki party. Why won't you let me? As they are continued to escalate, Nigaki snapped and pointed at Arisawa and Samejima. Why are you two actually so big? Anyway, with your backs against the wall and stuff, you are being like MAMIYA. And they become silent, because talking about MAMIYA. The heated air cooled off in an instant. Yeah, MAMIYA did all that all the time. MAMIYA likes standing next to the walls. She'll wear that usual grin of hers and keep observing me with her hand joined behind her back. It was like a careful wait each of his words before uttering them. And because he will always stand next to the wall, I often had to turn my back to large open space, which made me feel sort of helpless in a way. MAMIYA, stand next to the wall. Ha ha ha, yeah, she really did that. Oh man, it sure makes me happy to talk about MAMIYA. Still steady for the exchange, I heard the laugh. The argument, the raw heart, the takoyaki, they hadn't seemed so pointless now. In the end, they decided to cook the heart like they would cook a takoyaki. They were just happy to share their memories of MAMIYA with someone. The four of them could barely get along, but reminiscing about MAMIYA managed to bring a smile to their face. The profound peace that these stories had given them made me painfully aware of just how much joy MAMIYA had brought into their lives. MAMIYA is supposed to be this cruel, merciless reaper of lives, but to them, MAMIYA is almost like a deeply cherished entity. How is that possible? And how is MAMIYA reflected in their eyes? December 1st Friday. Now on the world of our friends. So because now it's like Natsumu starts to see like for one world MAMIYA it was a good thing. For his world, for his friends, it's a bad thing. But why? That's the problem. And then I had this idea. What if you put a light in Natsume's grave, then dig it up and open it like a time capsule 10 years later? The future us will read how we felt about him. Doesn't that sound great? Well, it's an interesting, fantastical and wonderful idea. But it might get you arrested for grave digging and vandalizing the dead. Oh, you didn't think about that. They're still not here, huh? Yeah. 10 minutes earlier. Alright. I fixed my tie and went on my way to the church. My strong, determined manner of walking and furrowed eyebrows were only a means of dispersing my worries. Just thinking about what we would have to talk about made me weak in knees. If I failed this, they would be faced with a violent death again. There was absolutely no room for mistakes. The tension alone is making my stomach hurt. That was still nothing compared to everything else I had on my plate. Why on earth did I claim to be Natsume? I got greedy. There was no other way to put it. I should have just thought of a fake name. Why did I even take a risk by using my real one? My face flushed red with shame and embarrassment. Why I do it? I hadn't done anything this greedy back when I was still alive. My cheeks are all warm, but my stomach cold and lonely. Some combination, huh? I ended up having to lean on the walls to make it all the way to church. It was exactly 5 on a Friday. I watched on the second arm reach on top, then to open a heavy door. And it was So. The first one to come was So. Ah, Natsume, hello. A youthful voice resounded through the church. It came from tall young man known as Suo Keito. He stood up and greeted me with nothing but politeness. Where were the others? I looked around but saw only him. Where is everyone else? I don't know, I just arrived myself. Maybe they are running late? Let's wait a bit. I sat down next to him and watched the time as we waited for the other three to arrive. Half an hour already passed and yet no one turned up. My conversation with Socket was going in circles too. His impatience had grown so much that he even started counting the empty seats in the church. Maybe they forgot to come? My complaints got miserable. Oh no, out of sorrow. What if they intentionally staying away? We don't even know how to get in touch with them. Should we hold another funeral for Natsum? Don't say things like that. The situation both saddened and hurt me. I had asked them all to come mourn Natsum, yet the only one to show up was Suo. Then again, I should respect this. They had already been to the funeral and it wasn't like they knew me all that well. It really drove home the point just how weak and friendless I was. Although in self-pity, I saw a brief chuckle, which was when my eyes finally met Suo's. He looked somewhat perplexed. Well, since he was here, then the least I could do was honor his wish to the best of my abilities. So what now? Do we call it a day or start the discussion with just two of us? So Kate looked into this and made a ponderous Since we took the time to come here, I would at least like to discuss what's best for Natsu. It would be nice to do it with more people around though. I see. I nearly went ahead and thanked him, but managed to hold back. Are you free after this war, or do you maybe need to be home by a certain time? Oh no, I'm free for the day. Let's go then. I stood up and looked out at Suo, which seemed to have puzzled him. I didn't have any means of contacting them, but I didn't know their stories. That's true. Let's go find them. We will start with the school. Kikuchi, Ryo and Tujo Minato attend the same school. We might be able to find them there. Since you are familiar with all that, I'm assuming you also went to the school? I did, yeah. We look at the school building. I will be attending this place until just a few days ago, but now it actually seemed kind of nostalgic. Let's head inside. Natsum, that's the student entrance. Oh, alright. The guest entrance leading into the all too familiar school building looked so decent and inviting that it made me feel almost like hopeless romantic who had been completely forgot by the object of his affection. What business do you have here? The Asian employee behind the glass was another familiar face. I briefly hesitated towards, but a quick glance at Suo to gave me a flash of inspiration. We came to take a look at school. Suo, my little brother is considering enrolling here. You think it was summer? Plenty of people would check out schools around this time of the preparation of upcoming entrance exams. I could tell that Suo was looking at me, but I kept composed expression and went along with my lie. I realized it might be rude for us to barge like this uninvited, but since we happened to pass by, give me a moment. I'll ask school administration. Thank you. The Asian employee stood up and disappeared further in. Suo Kate was about to say something, but before he could, the man returned with a familiar smile on his face. You are allowed to look around. Please hang these cards around your necks. Thank you. I made a smile that said, thanks for everything. We might never meet again. The man reacted to it with a puzzled expression. But I go to a school that covers middle and Ike. Suo pouted. Hey, it's fine. We got in, didn't we? Oh, and you. As my older brother? Seriously? Just play along. The tall young man flashed an uncharacteristically mischievous grin, making me feel a little embarrassed. Of course, he's more tall than Natsum. Come on. We are here. Kikuchi, Ryo, and Tujo Minato go to this class. So did I. I totally opened the door and saw only a handful of students inside, their figures bathed in evening sun. Sorry, may I ask you something? Why is it? They initially gave us suspicious looks, but it eased up once they spotted the cards on our chests. I knew these people. They belonged to Tojo Minato's group of friends. You are looking to Minato. What's your business with him? Like true modern children, they didn't open up to strange very easily. My brother here is thinking about taking the entry exams for this school, and Tojo the one who recommended it to him, so we figured we will drop it to say hi. Oh, Tuju left right when class ended. Yeah, he's got a part-time job. I see. What about Ryo? My crush sent a wave of confusion across the room. Kikuchi? We do know. I see, thank you. Right, I shouldn't have said that. Because Ryo doesn't have friends. I rush out of the classroom. The only friend of Ryo is Minato, of course, hoping that will magically erase my blunder. I had to hurry before Keito realized something. How did it go? They already left. Let's go somewhere else. Oh, okay. I would prefer to stay a bit longer, honestly. You don't usually get a chance to walk around someone else's school, you know? Let's drop by some other time then. I tapped him on the back and we both went back the way we came. I threw one final glance into the classroom, realizing that the seat belonging to Natsume was now gone for good. They are probably at their part-time jobs. I knew from the start that Ryo worked at the donut shop, but damn, I have no idea where Minato works. It might have been a good idea to ask his friends, but since we already left school, it would seem odd to suddenly show back up. I thought back to all the stories I read in the hopes I would remember some kind of a hint, but I was drawing total blank. I don't know where he lives though. You do? How? Swole was visibly shocked when he heard me mumble to myself. I kinda just know. I tried to loud it off, but he kept staring at me with a look of profound confusion. Natsu, could it be that you are actually... I was really hoping you wouldn't suddenly label me as a criminal. That was honestly the last thing I want to see me as. A private detective? Huh? You look so much like one. It's gotta be the trench coat, you know. Oh. Huh. Did I get it wrong? No, I'm just ashamed is all. Detectives should be able to blend it without getting found out this easily. I made a troubled smile, so I was positively beaming from ear to ear. Hehe, but it's so obvious. I guess it is. I will have to use that from now on. Yeah, now we are a detective, a private detective, yes. After some walk, we arrived at the donut shop where Ryo worked. Unless he was picking up his little sister Midori or out shopping, he will be here. I opened the door, hoping to find him inside. Welcome, and there he was, in the flesh. He stood behind the register, eyes sharp as usual. Ryo! I'm so glad we found you. Right. As I rushed in front of him, Ryo simply kept nodding with his eyes wide open in shock. Oh, I'm impressed you knew where I was. Seeing my face seemed to have jolted his memory, I was glad he remembered me. I haven't forgot about our agreement, but I found out just last night that I would have to handle today's shift as well. And I had no way of letting you know, so I'm really sorry. He made a deep bow. It's fine, don't worry about it. I was planning to drop by the church after my shift ended, even if I ended up running late. I found myself moved by his sincerity. He did actually dare to keep his promise. Whoa, these donuts look crazy good. Anyone particularly you recommend? So must have been hungry, and understandably so it was getting kind of late. His eye glittered with joy as he surveyed the lineup of colorful jam-like donuts on display. Absolutely, our strawberry ring donut comes, I recommend it. Ryo raised his voice and puffed out his chest, both reactions from him. However, I see. Oh, I will have one of these whipped cream donuts. Alright. His passion didn't seem to reach Suo. Minato also failed to show up at the meeting, so we are actually looking for him too. Tuju? If he's not at school, he should be at his part-time job. And do you know where that is? No, I don't. Really? But I thought you two get along. Well, Ryo placed a hand on his forehead, seemingly thinking about something. I used to know where he worked, but then he started to switch jobs. I mean, you could try to look up his previous workplace, but I doubt you'll find him there. I won't count on it at any rate. It's kind of fickle like that. I see. In that case, we are probably better off moving Morichaka up the priority list and starting with him instead. I nod him understanding. Thanks, Ryo. We'll come back once we are done. Sure. Alright, next up is Morichaka. Jesus. He's not a student, is he? Do you know where he works? Probably nowhere. Nowhere, you mean he's an adult without a job? But you already have two working students. True. Why doesn't he work? Why, that's a good question actually. He never said. Maya acted for Suo purity irregardless to people like Morichaka. Albeit in his own way, Morichaka too was difficult to get a hold of. We first went to the Pachinko parlor he frequented. Natsuma. Suo too. The noise here was far worse than I expected. I eventually got used to it and decided to start looking for Morichaka, but miners aren't allowed here. Suo was stopped by an employee. But I'm an adult, look, I'm even taller than you. But you are wearing a school uniform. Ah, damn it. Wait here, Suo, I'll be quick. I ran inside the parlor, leaving a deeply shocked Suo at the entrance. I looked through the entire place, but I found no trace of Morichaka anywhere. I had no choice but to ask around. Worried to myself at how detected like this would be, I approached the closest person. Excuse me, I'm looking for a person by the name Morichaka. I spoke polite and with a smile, but it only got me a glare. Shh. He didn't seem to be in a talkative mode. I went away and hugged my head over the situation. Approaching several people, he made me realize something. The people at this gambling place were generally of a fluctuating mood. They could be more open to talking if the gambling was going well enough to lift their spirits. Let me drink. I need it. Excuse me, I'm looking for a person by the name Morichaka. You a cop? Did sort of a gun fire get busted doing something crazy? No, I'm just a friend. Going by his reaction, seemed to know him. Hoping to learn more, I repeat my question. I do know. People here don't get too involved with each other, although I do recall him say something about Shinjuku. The vagueness of his answer came as a shock, so that I ended up just leaving. Any luck finding him? Outside I found Suo waiting for me. He reminded of a large dog who had to be left outside the supermarket. No, he wasn't in there. I see. Wait, do you happen to know Morichaka's address? I mean, you say you knew too, so I don't. And besides, this kind of person was always on the move. Finding him won't be easy. Both our shows drop in disappointment. I really wish I had gotten all of numbers or something. It might not have been necessary for the other show, but Morichaka was undoubtedly the kind of person who could only ever be contacted through this cell phone. How I supposed to find the number of a guy like that? Wait a sec. I know it. I do actually know his number. Huh, really? Yeah, cell phone. As I kept frankly sniffing through my pockets, realization hit me like a runaway train. I gave it to Mina. You did what? Damn, I don't have it memorized either. Yeah, because Mina had our phone. That she was saying that we gave the phone to her, that's why. No matter how I tried to remember it, I couldn't go beyond 080. This boy didn't even belong to Natsum, so the phone I was given away was technically no longer mine. What now? As then I found a way to contact Morichaka, I ran into yet another roadblock. My own past action made me feel positively mortified. So why not just meet the person you gave to? He said it in such a nonchalant manner, it nearly made me choke on my spit. Meet Mina? As in right now? Did I hear you right? You're right? Yeah, it will solve our problems. Let's just do it. Meeting Mina? Again? I need some time to prepare. Are you serious? We can't keep Rio waiting? Oh, you're right, let's go. After a bit of pep talk from Suo, we prompted off to Akihabara. Are you sure this person will be there? Absolutely, she's got a Friday shift, so unless something urgent came up, she should be there. I'll open a good amount of doors today, but none of them made my heart keep on jackhammering my chest the way this one did. Welcome back, master. Is Mina around? Oh yes, her previous master is just about to leave, so I'll go ahead and show you to your seats. Suo was blinking confusion, but I walked in like it was nothing. This place is amazing, there are so many servants. This is just a maid cafe. The waiters are dressed as maids because it's their team. Whoa, these things sure are expensive. And why does a small rice omelet cost 1,500 yen? Suo! I whispered scream at him. He didn't understand that this was special rice omelette imbued with main magic. For another extra fee, you could even take photos. The other value for exceed anything you'll find at the usual cafe. Sorry for the wait. The frills at the edge of my vision made me look up. And it's Mina! Welcome back, Master, and thank you for choosing me. My name is Mina. The lovely smile that bloomed on Mina's face would have put even the most exquisite flowers to shame. Yeah, he likes Mina, so we understand that's why he gave the phone to her, because Masuma liked Mina, but he never told her. Well, nice to meet you, I'm Suo. The pleasure is all mine, Master Suo, and who is this gentleman with you? I couldn't breathe, it hurt, but I had to talk, not a single second of fertile could be wasted. Natsum, I'm Natsum. It's a pleasure to meet you, Master Natsum. An expression wavered. Was it because she remembered the Natsum that had passed away? May I take your order? We would like to have a word with you. We would like to two special rice omelets and 2 milky strawberry strings, please. Natsum, what about the number? Settle, please wait right here. Mina long black hair swayed behind her as she walked away. Wow, she's so cute! I followed her with my gaze with an enormous expression until someone went and shook my shoulders. Natsum, remember why you are here? Huh? Right, Morichaka number, I know, I got this. Is that we can't keep Rio waiting? Yes, of course, I keep on nodding while trying to pull myself together. Sorry for the wait, here's your rice omelette. Yay! Let me cast a spell on it, here I go. Mo, stop. There you go, please enjoy. I will. Natsumu. This was bad. Just seeing Mina was enough to make me forget why I would come here in first place. It definitely wasn't to improve my relationship with Mina. I had to prevent my friends from dying. I made a stern expression. Look at Mina again. Mina, we actually came here because we have something important to ask you. Oh, and what will that be? Mina twin tails gently fluttered as she tilted her head to the side. It was entirely too much for my heart to handle. Hang in there, Natsum. Deep breaths. Okay, I'm fine. I put my jumbo throat in order, go straight to the point. I believe you are Natsum's phone. Suddenly the very air around her changed. How do you know about that, Master? He asked me to come get it. I see. So it was true. She whispered with her tiny, delicate lips before raising her head. I kind of suspect that was why you came, so I went and got it before bringing out your meals. She reached into her apron's pocket and took out a black object. I heard Sue let out an excited whoa next to me. May I borrow it? Sure, here we go. I took the phone from her and looked for Marichaka entry. I found it right away. It was the number you given a few years ago. I pressed the call button. There was no guarantee he would pick up, but I had to try. Doing this made me grimace. This was probably how Marichaka himself must have felt back then. Hello? Marichaka! Dude, who are you? Natsum, the one who waited for you at church. Oh, where are you now? Why will I tell you? Because you promised. I waited for you. I thought I will never see you again. There was silence on the other end of the line. I was just walking around. Should I go to church now or what? Wait, no, come to a certain donut shop. I'll send you the location. What a pain. He clicked his tongue and ended up the call. I sent him an email but got no response. Will he really come? I managed to contact him. Thank you, Mina. I gave the cell phone back. Mina looked at me as she wanted to say something, but instead settled for a curt I see, and I wanted his phone like it meant a lot to her. In any case, do enjoy your food. She then disappeared further to the cafe. Natsum, this went great. We ate our rice almost and exchanged a smile. It might have grown a little cold, but its magic filled our hearts with warmth and all the same. Surely even Suok would understand that. Now we just have to find Minato. Should we just go where he lives? I'll bring some ipan and milk. I think we should visit Ryo at the shop first. Seeing how the shop was on the way, I promptly agreed, then finished up the rest of my rice omelette and washed it down with a syrupy, sweet milky strawberry drink. We are back, Kikuchi. Everyone's here? He pointed his finger behind him at Marichaka and Minato. Minato? Gosh, I'm so sorry, the whole thing completely slipped my mind, but then I kinda just remember it out of the blue. I asked Ryo and he said we are gathering here, so I read over, haha. I was pleasantly surprised by his unexpected appearance. Marishaka, you decided to come too? Let's just get this over with, okay? I gave him a warm smile, but he hastily averted his gaze, seeming annoyed by it. It had gotten quite late, but still, getting to see them all in one place warmed my heart to the core. Shall we begin then? I made a solemn nod as I looked over the 4 people gathered here. Let's think about what to put in Natsume's coffin. Long story short, today's discussion didn't go anywhere. There were suggestions, of course, like Natsume's favorite foods, trinkets, and hobby items, but there wasn't a single thing that all 4 of them could unanimously agree upon. The meeting thus came to a close on a rather sore note, after which we all went our separate ways. No luck today, huh? Still, I'm just glad I managed to get there all in one place, at least. I wonder what MAMIYA is doing right now. The stories also play out from each other of their perspectives, so even a spectator like me could see MAMIYA. However, seeing how this story was progressing from Natsume's perspective, MAMIYA was nowhere in sight. I had no way of telling if MAMIYA was even doing anything to them. I had no means to find out either. And then I worry I allowed myself to succumb to the blackout that came over the world. What do you want? Let me guess, it's about interfere. You want to know the downsides, don't you? I already interfere actually. Silence. Are you dumbass? How would you know idea someone could be that rash? Or what? Did you only hear what you want to hear? No, I thought about it long and hard. It is what I would like to say, but my mind was made up before I even considered it. No amount of thinking would ultimately change my decision to interfere. I had to find a way to make them happy, even if only a little bit. Good grief. Well, whatever. What's done is done. Just be careful around the librarians. You won't believe how quickly they change their behavior. Right. So what do you think about interference? I was happy to talk to them again. I took some time to process the day's events. Everything happened at such hectic pace that I never actually had any time to sort out my feelings. It was only now that it occurred to me that the day I had experienced was filled with things that my old self, Natsume, that died, could never have experienced. My resolve has only grown deeper. Any specific change? Yes, when I came back there was a puddle of blood on the floor. Everything else? Well, it's also immediately deteriorating to no longer have my original body. How do you even... Alright, not only did you keep your own memories, but you actually got aside to your own world to boot. I don't envy you, pal. I kinda hope I'll get used to it eventually. So, why exactly are you so attached to them? Huh? I mean, I get that you are best buds in life, but they are no buds to you now, so what gives? You still have your memories, but you now belong here to the heavens, and it's messed you up a bit. You normally won't care this much about a bunch of lower realm folks you have only known for a couple of years. What drives you? I was really happy to be born. I remember the time before Natsume's death, back when I was still enjoying life. Even if the river of oblivion made me forget the immediate events leading up to my death, the memories I shared with them were still with me. Before dying, I had a different disposition than I do now as a spectator. It's hard to explain, but the world back then seemed so wonderful and brimming with life. It felt like everything I had ever touched was handcrafted by someone. The idea that nature had spent so much time creating all this filled with an immense amount of gratitude. Every person I met was a miracle, and I did generally cherish them with all my heart and soul, including, of course, Ryo, Minato, Marishaka, and Suo. Those 4 were special. I was drawn to them almost instantly. I had no specific reason, but even trying to come with one would have been rude, I think. I guess you could call it fate. They have been on my mind all this time, even back when I was still alive. We may not have been overly involved with each other, but the fact remains that I cherish them. So, I want them to be happy. That's the only thing I truly want. I have no other desire. A moment passed in silence before he finally whispered back to me. I wonder if you have turned out like this if you remember your final moments. Yeah, because we don't know how we died. The main factor behind becoming a spectator is to reach enlightenment, nirvana if you will. That's the thing that's hard, of course. Huh? Make no mistake, you have been chosen as a spectator precisely because you reached nirvana. What? You retain your memories. You are pointed to the story you were in and now you are interfering with that very same story. You are a real anomaly, but don't worry about the certainty of your own existence. Natsume definitely existed. Excuse me? Hey, relax. I'm sure things will go well for you. Can it be that the four of them, the friends of Natsume, killed him? Can it be that? Because he doesn't remember now how he died, so who knows? Where were you, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, I just need to take a walk for a change of pace. A walk should be acceptable. I must however remind you to stay away from the darkness. The scent of sin might seep into you. Oh yes, I can smell it quite clearly. This is the scent of paper. Really? See how intimidated I was? The human lips curled into a smile. As librarian boasts a keen sense of smell. We are always surrounded by books, you see, so any other smell we pick up tends to stand out. What we librarians do is merely fix books. You will do well not to forget that. The meaning behind those words set the chill down my spine. Once she had left, I breathed a heavy sigh. My heart was still going like a locomotive. Good thing she didn't pry any further. It made me think back to that mysterious voice behind the door. What was he coughing in there for? Actually, never mind. I have no time to start to worry about others right now. All I need to think about is setting their story on the right course. It was my personal quest, my only mission in my way. In a way. Not in my way. That's kinda bad. So now with the others. What you reading? A teen mag? Will you mind getting out of my face? Come on, I'm writing about a chick your age. Give me some material. Leave me alone, or did you run out of things to do? Don't you have a job? Look, I'm about to start working. Actually, that gives me an idea. Come with me. Huh? Wait, hey, stop pulling me. Where did the others go? The arcade. I see, well, that's a shame. I just gave the duty table another throughout look and I was hoping to hear their opinions. Shall I go over for you? I'll appreciate it, though keep in mind that I essentially revised it for their sake. I'm assuming we'll have plenty of garbage this week as well. Why do you look so happy about that? Anyway, we have to do something. Throw a glance at the calendar. The year was near its end. Do you know what day it is? Do tell. Year-end tax judgment day. No, it's New Year's. Look around. There's way too much garbage here. Let's take this opportunity to clean up. The other three expressions turned sour before Thomas even had the chance to finish his sentence. You gotta be kidding me. This is what I cleared up for my scratch form? Gee, if I would know this, I would gone to Shibuya. I forgot to pick up New Year's gift envelopes. May I go buy some? I suppose you... Wait, no, let's just clean up. Try to run. Smart. God, what did I even do to deserve this? Coffin head Nigaki mumbled the idle complaints under breath as she abused herself with ripping off dirty window. There's gotta be a way to skip him out. She looked behind her. She saw Samejima slowly wringing out the cloth with surprising amount of effort. I'm quite good at cleaning with cloth. Where I wipe, not a single stain is left. As she went down Nigaki back. On second thought, maybe not. Don't need that, or even that. Yeah, I might as well throw all this out. Whoa, Arisaga's side is so clean. I'm glad to see he does actually know how to clean up. Samejima cross grill? Don't need that. How full's the detergent? Just got a new one, Jesus. A cactus? Who's even watering this thing? Oh, wine? Guess I'll just borrow this. Arisaga running with the wine. Hey, would someone please explain what all these cleaning supplies are doing here? Oh, they are mine. You see, I can't calm down unless I wash my hands with peroxide. Okay. Oh wow, it's that book about the bussy? I thought I lost this. Who would have thought it would be here of all place? Very interesting. Very interesting. Yo, what? Put down the book and get back to cleaning. We'll just end up reading the whole goddamn thing in one sitting. Oh, sorry, my hand just moved on its own. What's this album? Is this from our school years? Don't make it your job to check random shit. Samajima, there's a place I can't reach. Arisawa, I'm washing the sink like you say, but that all really was two other glass away from only a moment, but when they look back... Hey! They saw Arisawa and Samajima lock in the grave contest, almost like they were about to go for each other's throats. Guess I'll be setting my score with you before the year's out. Oh, curious, I was thinking the exact same thing. I can hardly ring the New Year's bell with such filthy around. They always dispute. Why does this always happen? Trying to fight. That's cool. Will you please stop pointing spray clean at each other? I saw my special cleaning sticks aren't for throwing. Oh, do your eyes need cleaning? Shall I wipe them for you with this sponge? You are not exactly being thorough yourself, buddy. I guess you just can't avoid blind spots, huh? Don't you worry, though I will stuff this into every one of your holes. Come on, that's enough, you two. Tomo watched their heated exchange with soapy hands, but since he had no power to stop them, he simply looked around uncomfortably. Nigaki, God, you people drive me up the wall. Well, I'm done. I'm out. I'm going back to my parents. Guess I'll go clean the kitchen then. What? You're gonna keep cleaning? You just leave them here. I can't agree with the new year when there's still work to be done. It will be the only thing on my mind. Goodness gracious. Listen up, losers. Get back to work or else... We're a kind of loser. Come on now. There are some who will enjoy that kind of verbal abuse. God, I want to go home so bad, but Tom is still trying. Arigasawa, we are wiping glass. Samajima, go clean the kitchen with Toma. Huh? Don't me. It's already been decided. Do it or your darling will get a flat tire as a New Year's gift. You took mini hostage? I suppose we have no choice then. Let's go, Nigaki. Don't order me around me, you monkey. The cleaning which they start early in the morning and up lasting until the evening. Oh, Koako's up. I didn't prepare any New Year's soba though. I wonder if you'll make it in time if I started now. You even have the energy to do that? I can go without soba. Really? A New Year without soba? Why not just get some udon? New Year udon? That's heresy. Pipe down, Buck. You made the ED have a heart failure. I wasn't shocked at all. Sorry, Samejima. The things that get you mad are so weird sometimes. We got red fox and green tanuki. That will do, I guess. The fourth leopard that got ramers in front of bulky CRT TV, watching the national singers perform. Suddenly, Arisugawa changed the channel. Hey, what gives? No one was watching that anyway. The screens now display a variety show with sweated adults having a serious conversation. The world will end before New Year's? I thought they weren't too interested. They all listened to what people on TV were saying. Just let it end already, someone whispered. Everyone presents shared sentiments. The end of year, huh? This reminds me, I actually died without doing any major cleaning for the year. I suppose it takes place a little bit ahead of the story I interfered with. I all met Ryo and the others on the second Friday of December. We seemed to be behind these four, who were just about to enter next year. I sort of just assumed that both groups had started on the same point. I can't just be making assumptions like that. I'm going to need more information. My vision is losing focus. What's happening? Whoa, this blinking image. Is that it? I think it's those four from that story that died. Like they gonna die. What was that? A vision of in a static. The dark, despair adult face of people from that pink house. And bodies covered in blood. The ending depicted here was... No. I don't want to see anyone hurt or lose their lives. I had enough of that. It's all MAMIYA's fault. Why are you so... Why? So he saw that those four are gonna die too. That's kinda bad. But still we don't know. So, second Friday. You took your time. He all looked at me. They were all chatting around the table. So I had some business that dragged on a bit. Make a weird grin, I went and sat on a chair brought over from a nearby table. Hey, Swole, show this to Tujo. Tujo, Morichak wants you to have this. Why didn't you give it to me directly? Since we are on good terms. Just the other day we went shop together. Morichak said he needs some bike parts and Swole insisted on tagging along. I was kind of forced into showing them and he happened to be free too. I guess that explains it. I felt kind of left out. We wanted you to come but we couldn't really get hold of you. Sorry about that. Yeah, because he's not present always. Well, it made sense. I wasn't in their story all the time. It kinda made me think I should have logged in more often, like into some online game. Actually, never mind. That was an awful comparison to make. The fact I had a place to return to made it feel less real, but to them this was reality, their whole world. I need to keep that in mind to avoid becoming just an unfeeling spectator. You listen to me, Tojo? Yes, I am. Anyway, what's on the agenda for today, Natsum? You sure as hell ain't listening. Right, let's see. We still need to decide what to put in Natsum's coffin. We had some ideas last time, but couldn't really actually decide on anything. So I've even decided while I in my notes. Natsum already been cremated, right? Yes, all that's left is the burial, so it doesn't have to be non-flammable. Anything goes then. Why not just put in lots of stuff you like? We can't just do that. I kind of doubt that's what you will want. What does he want then? Why did he choose us? If he wanted things like he liked, he could just ask his family. Why did he do that? Because he likes you. Where did that come from, Natsum? Morichak and Tuju made straight grins. It seemed very much like a shell had just gone down their backs. Natsum, he liked you as friends. That's probably why he wants memorabilia from you. Memorabilia? Maybe that's not the right word for it. I think he's looking for stuff you guys will want him to have. All I could muster was shortly at best explanation to which they all fell silent. Does anything come to mind? Something you want to give him? You know, something to bury with him? I'm not sure. Anything at all to do? Me? Well, I guess I do have something. What is it? I don't have to say it now, do I? It's kind of embarrassing. It's what we are talking about though. Well, yeah, that's true. How about you, Morichaka? I got nothing. Come on, that's not good either. What about you? Does anything come to mind? Oh, plenty of things. I've made tons of memories with him. I remember us dancing while copying moves we saw on TV, playing a version of Old Maid we created ourselves, sing nursery rhymes. I could go on. I bet you could. I'm kinda surprised. Hey, but none of these things are objects, right? You can't put them in your coffin, right? Rio, let's keep these and fill out some runs with wonderful things. Well, I suppose you are pretty good at stuff like that. Hey, Natsu, what's the point of all this? These little discussions never go anywhere. No one says what they think. I know they are talking about things that aren't even objects. Nothing coming out of this at all. I would say there is a problem with the whole premise here, don't you think? Come on, Morichaka, don't be like that. Natsu trying his best. So wasting people time is cool as long as you try your best? Okay, fine, I'll come up with something helpful. You don't even wanna say it. We won't force you. Rio, come on, let's talk some more. I'm sure we'll have good ideas soon. Not everyone has made as memories as you did. But Natsum burial is in 2 weeks. There's nothing to talk about. We'll just start gathered then. Is everyone fine with that? Sure, works for me. But... Sorry Natsum, I also think we need more time. Let's go, Minato. Ryo, are you busy now? Huh? Huh? It's Midori! Let me save. Now Midori appears again. Midori? Before everyone could leave, we were interrupted by a little girl in a green raincoat. It was Kikuchi Midori, Ryo's sister. Hey Midori, what's up? I can't find Taru. Taru? Yeah, I was with him all the time, but it's disappeared. He was hurt too, I'm so worried. Any idea where he could be, Ryo? Ryo? Taru, first I have heard of that. A big shocker for old big bro here, huh? Ha, it probably got all off by... Gah! Don't say that in front of Midori. Hey, Ryo. Sorry, but as you can see, I need to go. Suo grabbed Kikuchi Ryo and before he could walk out from Don's shop. Please, wait. I can't ignore someone in need. Midori, let me help. Kaito? Will you do that for me? I'll do it too. Heck, I'll walk through fire and ice for you, Midori. Thank you, Minato. The hell, are you all nuts? It's damn cold out too. Despite his going, Morishaka grabbed his bike keys and was clearly planning to join the search too. Alright, let's go find Taru. Who is this, by the way? Oh, me, I'm Natsum. Taru! I don't think it will be that easy. But if it's really hurt, it can't have gone far. Right? Midori, can you tell us more about Taru? Taru is brown, fluffy, spotted, and hurt in the right leg. Spot and brown, huh? That seems so common. He's hurt, so I tied a yellow handkerchief on him. That will explain why I haven't seen it in a while. Ryo was no doubt in charge of laundry at their household let out a dejected sight. If it's got a yellow handkerchief on its leg, we should be able to recognize it right away. Do we split up? Good thinking, Ryo. You go with Midori and... Hold it, you are going to make me go with this huge guy and weirdo? Huh? Hey, I also want to look for Taru with Ryo or Midori, not Morishaka. Midori is with me. Alright, let's play a round of rock, paper, scissors that will decide it. The Kikuchi siblings are 2 in 1. The one who wins goes with them. The losers will be the other group. Alright, I'll win and go with Ryo. Midori, I'll make sure to win, so cheer for me, okay? Hey, Tuju, let's do paper. Which guy, you do scissors, sounds good? No, it doesn't. Hey, no cheating. I won't lose, Tuju. Hey, don't get mad when I win. As a rock, paper. So, who wins? So these are the groups. Morishaka is with Midori and Ryo. Natsum is with Minato and Suo. Why did I win? You're still complaining? Just look for Taru, okay? I am, damn it. We are just looking around, not out always search for things. Look, I'm helping out your sis, so appreciation will dirt. What? You want a piece of me, pretty boy? Ryo, Haruki, shut up! I wonder how they are doing. Forget them, we gotta find Taru. Don't worry, Tuju. Natsum, private detective. He's good at finding things. Oh right, I do take jobs like this quite often. How do you usually handle them? I use bait to lure them out. I see, and then? I use tracking dogs to sniff them out. Oh, and where's the dog now? I don't have it with me now. Oh, anything else? Just look around. That's pretty normal. Sure is. Let's just keep looking. Haruki, come here. Sure. Why she call me instead of her brother anyway? Well, Midori tends to be nice to weaklings. What's that supposed to mean? Is that what I said? Haruki. Wait for me, Midori, I'm coming. You can stay there. Hear that? So what's up? Look, a red clover? But it's December, so what's doing here? You can have it. I thought it would be perfect for you. Is that why you called me over? I want you to see this ever since I met you. Well, thanks. Take good care of it, okay? What do you do, Midori? Not telling her. Oh, come on. I will never touch a brat like her, you dumbass. There's mud on your knee. I have wet tissues. Give me a sec to wipe it off. There, all good. Let's go there next. You really are her old brother, huh? Yeah. She important to you? Is that even a question? I'm her brother. Of course she's important to me. Huh, that's so. Sorry, may I go to the bathroom? Sure, we'll wait here. Taru, sir, is hard to fight, but giving up here isn't going to get us anywhere. It's all about positive thinking. You are pretty weird, Suo. Huh? You are so honest and straightforward about everything. I just thought that was pretty amazing. It is? Yeah, just today remember how you opened about your memories with Natsume? I could never do something like that. Heck, I will probably be too embarrassed to even open my mouth. So, you are a shy type, huh? I guess so, compared to you at least. Are you also embarrassed right now, even though we are alone? See, this is not what I've been talking about. You really are amazing. I only remember Natsume's face. His face? It's why I didn't want to say it. It made me look like kind of person who judged people based on appearance. You always looked at me and me alone with those sparkling eyes of his. It was kinda embarrassing, but it made me happy too, so I always try to do my best to reciprocate. So I can't name any specific memories like you did. I see. So that's how it was between the two of you? Yeah. Hey. What is it? I might be shy type too. Why? Talking to you makes me feel like I'm chatting with an older girl. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a weird thing to say. It's fine. Sorry for the wait, guys. Shall we go? Whoa, you bought drinks? Thank you. Here's your Suo. Hey, thank you. I see. So that's what he thought. When we then search every bush and look under every car, but... Any luck? None. That's a shame. We also went around most places where you could find a dog, but... A dog? Huh? Wait, you mean Taru's not a cat? What are you talking about? Taru's a dog, right, Midori? Taru? Huh? Midori ran to the bed, jumped. Taru, I'm so glad you are okay. Do you eat enough? Are you okay by yourself? That's great. Taru's... A sparrow? It was a bird. The five just stood there watching absent as the heartwarming scene unfold before us. Well, at least that will be fun. That's all that matters. I look up the sky. The sun already deepened below the horizon. We didn't have any more discussions for the day, but thanks to Midori, we at least didn't part on our sore note. Right, I'll be off then. Hey. What? Sorry for dragging you into this. It's fine, I had nothing going on anyway. Oh. Man, I had no idea Taru was actually a sparrow. All this time I thought he was a dog. Same here, maybe it's because I used to have a dog myself. Oh, you too? I guess you are a dog person then. Oh, absolutely. I used to have these golden retriever and... What did we have here? Could you all please gather next week too? I don't think we need to force ourselves to talk about what to bury with Natsume, but I want to know his friends better. Sorry, I know it's nothing to do with his note. I just want what I want myself. I don't think you guys are obligated to fulfill Natsume's wish, but if you don't mind, Jeez, Natsume, you sure are helpless. What? Well, if you insist, I suppose I could look into taking on the other shifts. Besides, you help me, Midori. It's the least I can do. They just had to go and make it hard to refuse. Guys, let's meet up next Friday and have fun as friends. I managed to get them to meet up next week to go meet. End up skipping all the way back to home. Why couldn't it be next week already? Why we will be able to... Wait, is this really okay? I'm just playing around, aren't I? Having them meet up again was great and all, but I couldn't afford to lose sight of my actual goal. I'm here to save my friends from MAMIYA. I'm not biting my tongue every time for nothing. But whenever we all met, I had my hands full just keeping them on good terms. I couldn't focus on each other of their stories at all. I might have to try focusing on just one of them. Standing outside of the road, I placed my hand on my jaw and filled deep thought. At the edge of my vision, I saw. Ooh, what is this? So now we have a choice: a slender, elegant silhouette, a curvy, roundy silhouette, a smoke-soaked silhouette, a tall, calming silhouette. So for what I'm understand is a tall, calming silhouette maybe is swole, a smoke-soaked silhouette. I'm not sure with this curvy, roundy silhouette, a slender, elegant silhouette. Maybe this like Marichakwa, because he's elegant like that. Curvy, so maybe smoke means Ryu and curvy means Minato, is what I'm saying. So I go for a smoke-soaked silhouette. I saw smoke-soaked silhouette as I follow it with my eyes. No, it's wrong. It was not so. It's Morichaka. Damn it, so I'm wrong. Hey there, Natsu. Morishaka, a rookie? What do you want? Come with me. You are not a student, are you? Of course not. I was feeling nervous, but went with him anyway. I couldn't ignore the chance to get on good terms with him again. So Minato maybe is the first one. Minato is the first and second is Ryu. Morishaka rookie was even more drinking than I expected. I wasn't used to whiskey. I trouble downing, but I did enjoy it somehow. After all the time, every time that I'm a liquid wavered with the glass, Marshaka became more and more talkative. He's such a player, you know. I mean, you got any idea what it's like to hang out with bunch kids who couldn't recognize a good time if it beat them in the ass? I think I know what you mean. He was about the only adult friend that Tom ever had. Seeing as usual hung well with grown-ups, I couldn't fault him for feeling out of place among the younger folks. You feel the same, don't ya? I mean, you got to watch over some brats cause of something that some say before he croaked. Not at all, they are good kids. I'm happy to be in their company. I was being honest there. Getting to be with them again was already blessing enough. Marchaka opened his eyes wide, then looked away and drowned his glass. Let's gamble. I gave you a surprised look. Gamble? But that's... I'm not talking about betting money. I just want to decide which one of us pays for tonight. See that over there? He pointed at a row of darts boards with various people playing on them. This was so-called darts bar. But I never played darts before. Relax, I'll go easy on ya. So, wanna try it or not? His provocative yet strangely alluring tone made it difficult to refuse him. Not too bad for a first timer. A deal's a deal, Tom. Damn it, let me try again, just give me one more chance. Hey, you agreed to this fair and square, so get that money already. Gah. I was actually doing pretty good with just a bit of practice. For a moment I genuinely believed that I had talent, but I was kept going, I swayed further and further away from the middle. Marchaka, on the other hand, continued slowly but surely accumulate his points. I all started out in the lead, but by the 8th round he created a great divide between us. The fact that he was supposedly going easy on me only added even more salt to my wounds. Do you play darts often? Occasionally, Tom, mostly just to kill time. I'm dead broke, you know. Even now I'll only add 100 yen to my name. He tapped the pocket of his jeans. I was a little shocked by what he had just confessed. What do I have happened if I won? Only pick fights I can. He shouted, thumped, somehow reluctant. I held up my hand of bargain and paid our tab. There we go. We'll have to play a rematch someday. No way, dude, you got the touch. Marshaka left his seat. The door's bell rang. I stepped outside. Left behind, I chuckled to myself, thinking about how much he resembled a stray cat. So where do you live? I hastily caught up Morishaka. The neon lights of the seats suited him well. No way really, I just spend the night where I can. My eyes widened in shock. You mean you are staying with various humans, as in many of them? What's the matter to you? I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook him. You can't do that, it's immoral. You need to stop immediately. Clearly upset by my words, he pushed my hand away with displeased look on his face. Okay, here's a little stuff you should know about me. I hate it when people tell me what to do. He then tried to disappear into the night, but I grabbed his hand again. Come to my place then. If the only alternative is living without sort of tumor, I think it will be way more ethical for you to just stay over at my place. Wait, the hell on you on about? I won't mind. Well, I'm sure shit would. I ain't gonna let some guy take care of me. I think letting girls do it that is any better. Well, aren't you witty? He made a scummy grin, so I tightened my grip. You don't even have a home. You are not wrong, I guess. This pisses me off. Confirming that he had understood my point, I smiled and let him know where I lived. My home was simply a city apartment. Spectators there became cautious in this world as members of the nameless mass. When that happened, we were given backgrounds that suited us. For example, I was a 20-year-old stable member of society and everything you would expect someone like that to have. However, that was just a background. My home was totally unfurnished and felt like nobody lived here. It didn't even have curtains. It's not much, I know. Marshaka looked around, then took off his coat and handed it to me with slow, disinterested movements. There was too little to look at. White walls with white flooring, a white bed and brown sofa, nothing else. The inorganic fluorescent light reflected our awkward frames in the dark window. Alright, give me your number. Huh? Remember when you forgot to come to the meeting? I need it just in case. Marshall clicked his tongue but gave me his phone number regardless. I made it policy not to answer when a guy is calling, so don't actually lose it. Oh, okay. I thought it wasn't a number I could use, basically the same as the number I didn't have. Then again, it was still better than nothing. Guess I'll go to sleep then. No, you can't just use the bed. Nah, I like this better. He then just rolled up and got comfortable. Slightly perplexed, I took a set of pajamas out of the box under the bed and changed into it. I have a spare pajama. Want one? Ain't wearing clothes that smell like other people. I took a whiff of my cover. It didn't seem that bad. Just sleep. Okay, good night. I turned off the lights, but Marshak continued fiddling around with his phone. I had a feeling he didn't want me to see his sleeping face. In the end, despite the fake light, I had no trouble falling asleep. The bright morning light shone in through the windows and was accompanied by the soft chirping of birds. The lack of any curtains meant I had no need for an outcork. Good morning, Marshak. Awful sleep, I looked at soft, then tilted my head. Marshak had already left. Of course. He was a man who lived by his own rules. He hated to stay in the same place or interact with the same people. One day he would smile as if he were close, only to disappear the next morning. He was much like the brand cigarettes he smoked. He would attract you with the fragrance, then vanish when the wind blew. Marshaka definitely didn't enjoy being followed around like this. He was easy to catch though. I just had to wait for him in front of Pachinko parlor. Eat your breakfast. Shut it. Who cares if I don't? I do. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, you know. Did you come here just to say that? His eye told me just to leave if that was the case. He shook me a bit, giving him time to walk away. Left alone, I remember how we were when I was kids. Didn't we go to mass together? He was such a reliable young man back then. These days though, he was drained on society to jump from woman to woman. We were also half the same age now. Life's full of mystery, I guess. I shocked at the irony of it all. Upon seeing Marshaka made a profound displeased expression. Good morning, Marshaka. The hell are you following me for, dude? Well, for one, I have no friends. I'm impressed you can say that with a straight face. So with that in mind, I was thinking of getting close to you. He stuck out his palm in front of my eyes. And threw a hand shot at me. He wasn't serious about it though, so he didn't actually hurt much. Don't bother those 3 high school students then. You will have better time with your fellow brats. We took out cigarettes and lighter and began to smoke. I'm more about you. give back my cig. Are you serious? Why would you even smoke? You already cough away too often. You don't have to force yourself to. As I look at the lid of the side of cigarette, I suddenly noticed that Morishaka had glaring straight at me. Give that back. Ah, Morishaka, listen to me. The very air sound around us changed. I noticed that he was hell-bent on looking away from me. Did I set him off with something? Alright, fine, you enjoy your tobacco. I won't say anything about it anymore. But you should at least eat healthy. The moment I say that, he dashed toward the distant park a lot. Mori, he quickly put on his helmet and sat on the bike and drove off somewhere. Left myself, I simply stood there and gazed after him in utter shock. He ran away. I couldn't snap off it though. He would come back here tomorrow. I was sure of it. He had nothing bad to do anyway. I'll be waiting for my check since early in the morning to make sure I won't miss him. There were many people gathered before the soon to open parlor, but he was not among them. He will come here in the evening then, surely. Not having anything to do, I just wait for him while snacking on the brown sugar bread I bought at nearest store. He's not here. Was it horse racing or something? Maybe he doesn't play pachinko 2 days in a row? Well, whatever, there's still tomorrow. Always tomorrow, always tomorrow. I chose to wait in front of the same pachinko parlor. While drinking milk from cardboard pack, I grinned as thought that I was finally doing something Daphne like. However, even as it got dark, Morishaka was still nowhere in sight. Wait, could it be that? As light of the moisture made squint, I had no choice but to accept that he would be avoiding me. Wait, no, I'm just jumping to conclusions. Maybe he's just busy with human. Oh right, I still have the number he gave me. Yeah, told me not to use it, so I kinda just forgot about it. I scrolled down his name among my contacts and called him. After 5 rings, someone found answer. Hello, Morishaka. Hello, I'm sorry, sir, but you only open at 11. Huh? Could you call us back later? Huh? Who is this? Oh, we are Church, the pizza place. I left the car just stood in place. Morishaka! He ran away from me, he actually did. If that was the way you would do things, I had my own ideas too. I can't pretty persistence. I didn't know where he lived or how to contact him. Morishaka had always living by his own rules. The only lead I had to him was the fact that he often picked up women in Chichuku. I wasn't all fond of that side of his, but it was the only thing I could cling to right now. I could ask some of the ladies there. I might run into someone who knew Morishaka. Shinjuku, the metropolis of Tokyo. I made myself court and waited at a place near the border of residential areas and near-covered city. Are you okay? There. Going by her voice, she was used to talking to people. She was probably looking for customers. I saw raising my head and opened my eyes. Oh, our eyes met. I'm so sorry. I seem to have fallen asleep here. That's okay. Can you stand? Doesn't look like it. I feel a bit weak. Could you lend me a hand? Held onto her hand and faked having trouble getting up. Thank you. There you go. Wanna come to my place? I accepted her offer with a smile. Here, have some water. Thank you very much. I had a quick look around the place. It was a self-locking apartment with one room. All in all, fair started for a young lady living in the big city. There were consumer electronics, cushion and variety of plush toys. Should pour one on a crime game. Now that I see you in good lighting, I'm glad that you seem better than I thought. The woman still holding a cigarette in one hand made me smile that somehow put me at ease. I promptly explained the situation to her. Haruki, you know him? Bingo. The lady who picked me up, Ayaka, reacted so strong that the ash fell off the tip of her cigarette. Then tell me, I want my money back. I already wasted enough time trying to constantly remind him. Knowing Morishaka, he likely danced around the issue and kept putting it off for weeks and weeks. Feeling a newfound sympathy for my latest acquaintance, I lightly chuckled as I imagined him charming her. Do you have him in your contacts? Of course I do. He calls me at least once every month. He always gets in touch just as I am about to delete his number. The leech must have some crazy survival instincts. She was more passionate about my investigation than I expected. Their grudge against Haruki must be built up into quite a powerful force. Anyway, and I'll add his actual name, but if I call him myself, he will get suspicious. He will no doubt block the number moment he realized that I was the one talking. As I wanted to what to do next, Ayaka was busy texting people. Look at her, gave me an idea though. Could you do me a favor? I whispered something to her ear and immediately made her lips curl into a grin. No problem. I was relieved to see how eager and reliable she seemed. At this rate, things just might work. Good night then. Huh? You are going to sleep? Yes. I see. Oh well, good night. That night I slept using my trench coat as a makeshift blanket. I woke up some breakfast prepared by Ayaka herself. Whoa, you actually made breakfast for me. Oh, I just ended up making too much for myself, don't overthink it. There was still warm cabbage, miso soup and egged rice on the table. I wolfed down the steamy boiled rice with a healthy appetite and ended up finishing the meal in no time. That was great, thank you. From the way you look, I didn't expect you to be such a roast eater. Sorry, as the guest I know I should be the one doing the dish. It's fine, don't worry about it. I know this isn't much, but I reached into my wallet and took out a few bills as thanks. You really didn't have to. I actually thought you were broke, so I wasn't really expecting this. As she kept on mumbling, I took my head in confusion and offered her the money again. Ayaka, I'm counting on you today. Sure, leave it to me. I still can't believe Haruki actually knows someone sensible. Gotcha. Why are you here? Where's the chick I'm supposed to meet? Ayaka has a shift today. I could almost hear him ask about how he even know her name. Though in little confused, Morishaka quickly put two and two together. You little... I responded with a smile. Yeah, of course. He played with Morishaka. I had Ayaka call Morishaka this noon. Yeah? Haruki! Ayaka, what's up? I want to hear your voice again. How are you? Get to the point. There's no fooling you. I see. Actually, I had a fight with my boyfriend the other day and we broke up, so say no more. You free tonight? Once the call ended, we looked at each other and grinned. And that's how it went. The lady that will give him a good time and a place to stay will not be coming. Not today. Jesus. These were not much like a heavy deep sight. Why are you avoiding me? You can try vanishing again, but I will just come find you like I did now. So it will be a lot easier for you just give up. God, you are annoying. I'm good at endurance match. I took his response as a sign of approval and smiled. So where you have been these past few days? Nowhere. I was going to see Ayaka, you figure out the rest, he added. We then walked around night streets, barely exchanging any words. I was essentially just telling him while he attempted to shake me. The way he walked was kind of strange. It felt almost like he was mixing in with the crowd to become a part of it. Let me save in this file. With him blending so well, I had to be careful not to lose him. At first I thought he was just close to this city. He knew nighttime she shook like that back on his head, and the latest crowds of people meant nothing to him because he trusted this place. However, as I followed him, I realized that wasn't the case. It was the other way around. He trusted nothing and no one. Everyone else has the same in that regard. They prided themselves in being strange and avoid contact. There was a dense mist cast over the night. Even still, people walked around as if seeking some more density. We were welcomed by a air filled with exhaust fumes. I was close enough to touch him, and yet he continued wandering in complete and utter solitude. For a brief moment, Morishaka turned my way. His refined amazed eyes pointed for me for less than a heartbeat. However, their beauty was soon hidden from view the moment he looked away. I could somewhat relate to how he felt. At their core, people were essentially alone. We were surrounded by all this air, yet still gasped for more. Morishaka stopped for a moment to light a cigarette. I watched him to do it, but say nothing. A trail of white smoke billowed up into the night sky overlooking Tate Metropolis. In this town, the stairs just didn't have the same shine they did elsewhere. Hey, what do you want to do to me? Smoke danced with the darkness. His words as well as the fire behind them reminded me of MAMIYA. I didn't want him to die. I want him to find happiness. I just want to know you. Because of Natsu? That's part of the reason, yeah, but I also feel like I understand your loneliness. Marshall fell silent. The air coming from a nearby vent was quite unpleasant. There's no way you can. Loneliness ain't something you others can just understand. The words is so bitterly spat at me. Maybe so. Made me close my eyes in agreement. Alright, let's drink. Huh? It's on me. Walking shoulder to shoulder, we stumbled into a local bar. Marshak made an annoyed scowl. Marshaka, check this out. What? Gah. Jamila, what are you then? I haven't seen that in forever. Our alcohol was unsteady. We laughed, we cried, and we drank ourselves under the table. I haven't had this much booze in, well, ever. With this adult body thought, it thankfully didn't cause of an issue. We all got on talk, we all still being heavily intoxicated. Grah. Whoa! Hey, get up! Lend me a hand. You little... Ha 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 ha. We push each other around and keep falling and get bruised, but we laugh it off regardless. Whoa. I look at my wrist, it was covered in bruise. Through the place where it was cut, I could see even deeper in. We wouldn't often get wounds like this an adult. Every last piece of gravel stuck to the wound was like precious jewel in my eyes. I ended up carefully picking off each of them one by one. Cigarettes, huh? You always smoke them. Want one? Here you go. Whoa, you never smoked before? This is awful. Why you do this to yourself? Not sure, it's a habit. I don't get why you want to smoke. You are shortening your own lifespan. Who cares? I won't kick the bucket anyway. Yeah, because he has a disease. What? I say I'm about to die, so who gives a shit if I smoke or not? Before I realized it, I already punched him. My fist sunk into his left cheek. I felt his corny skin on my knuckles. A loud crunch followed, and he rolled into nearby back alley. You piece of shit! Marshak got back on his feet and grabbed me by the collar. He then dragged me and punched me in the right cheek. Gah. His silver ring made a metallic sound. I felt pain in my teeth. You little... You think you are soft just cause we shielded, huh? I grabbed him and pushed him against the cold asphalt. We rolled around on the ground, trying to constantly the upper hand on each other. Shut up, you are the ones wrong. Don't fucking me around. I'm not gonna stop punching you until you admit that you are wrong. Fine, bring it on, asshole. Is that how much time has passed since then? Haha. We are both exhausted to the point where our punch all long since lost all their power. Marshaka, Haruki. Why can't you understand? Hell if I know. How the fuck I'm supposed to tell what's even going on in your heads? You are a pain in the ass, so stop forcing your ideas on me. I ain't your kid. I'm nothing to you. I don't think you about that way. Huh? You're right. Lying on the ground, we look up the small patch of sky peeking out from between the buildings. The heavy moist clouds seemed to almost be scoring us from above. Instead, made me feel a little apologetic. We had a complete sober up. This artwork is fucking amazing, man. What must I do to make care for yourself? I don't want this. I don't want to see things I hold dear spiral down into self-destruction. And I self don't want them to wither away and disappear. Aren't you being a little selfish there? It's my body, you know, let me do what I want with it, Ilya? But you know it's continue smoking even though you are sick. Do you really enjoy living with such negligence? Yeah, I do. Hell, I can no longer live any other way. I gave up on pressing him further. Many things here just didn't sit right with me. I told him it wasn't too late, and that he could still turn his life around if he tried. However, a part of me believed he was right. Others pushed their feelings and ideals onto him. He will be doing his best to live up to their expectation, and that traded him. As every side stand up on us, every breath he took seemed to be imply exactly that. I took a long deep breath. Morishaka, no doubt anticipated the second round, quickly got back up. His reaction made me chuckle. I shook my head and looked up that dark grey skin scratch above us. When is your birthday? I forgot. No, you didn't. It's in the spring. Spring, is that why you're called Aruki? I mean, with Aru meaning spring and Al? Yeah. His littlest response made me smile. Aruki born in spring. He looked at me in confusion. And since Natsu means summer, I'm guessing that makes you summer born Natsume, huh? Oh no, I was actually born during winter. Natsume born in winter. Yep, that's me, winter born Natsume, waiting for the day you would see summer. Heaven sighed, the cold had already vanished. I can't wait for spring to arrive. You should celebrate your birthday when it does. Let's buy a cake and eat it with the others. I'm sure it will be fun. We could get one now, you know. Huh? You say you were born in winter, so why not buy a cake now? I guess that will make sense. Still, I would like to live way past 30. You are still on that? You see, I have a little dream to reach my 40s with my friends and go mountain climbing on a day off. I want to make sure it comes true. Whatever, dudes. I cut the inside of my mouth. My birthday, huh? Right, it was in the spring, wasn't it? Aruki. What? Do you really think you have what it takes to understand the others? Do you truly believe you can escape your loneliness? Shut up! Don't get your hopes up. When you open your heart, your deepest, most vulnerable part will quickly be betrayed. Shut the hell up already. I'm sick of listening to you. Alright. Last time I managed to get a little close to Marshaka. Today should go even better. He might even buy me a cake. Marshaka, good morning. Huh? His reaction wasn't quite like I would have expected. Marshaka, Aruki? Yeah? Shut up. Because of MAMIYA appearance. This wasn't looking good. The evening we spent together had been a good time for me. Did it not feel the same way? The same CRT in the waiting room of our old station play a lively talk and variety show. Surrounded by dirty concrete walls, we sat and watched it without thinking much. In silence, Morishaka seemed to have given up on me after the day we fought. I will give up on him too. The distance between us was neither great nor short, which seemed to suit us well. He was still smoking cigarettes while I was still following him around. That was all there was to it. I looked at his fingers holding the cigarette, occasionally tapping off the ash. They were white and bony. The silver ring was the most glaring feature. Oh, there was a red mark on one of them. It made me think of blood's congestion. Had he lost a ring? Or had he perhaps thrown it away because of something? That would be strange, considering it was something he held on too long enough for it to leave a mark. What could have happened to that ring? It's time. Yeah. See ya. You too. Marshak crushed the butt of his cigarette and disappeared onto the platform. He normally uses motorbike, so why he was taking a train now? Who would he meet? And what was with that removed ring? Could it have been somehow related? I have no idea. The only thing I felt for certain was the smell of tobacco mixing with the ambient noise. It reminded me of the cigarette I would smoke at this Earth King. I'm back. I step in and look around. The room I was just greeted are completely barren of warmth. The TV I watched earlier seemed to have an effect on me. It made me silence in here feel all the more grating. With every breath I took, I realized that I was alone. A feeling of profound solitude permeated my heart. Morishika, Aruki? I didn't want to give up on you. I want us to become good friends who could understand one another. But then I went to agree with that you would say. People could never truly relate to one another. We all stage carry our own brand of loneliness. I never felt this lonely back when I was still alive. I had my family back home and I thought I didn't talk too much in school. I will accept it was a place where I belonged. But how was it now? I like complete outsider. My voice blasted off the walls and almost made me want to cry. I was no longer part of this world. I was a spectator whose very existence was forbidden. I didn't belong here. That gigantic space filled with bookshelves came to mind, and the sheer size of it filled me with dread. There were so many stories there, and Morichaka existed as just a tiny portion of it. It was a world he lived on. You call yourself lonely. Then what am I? Where do I belong? Where do I go? Who are my friends? Where are all the warmth gone? Where I left it? It's all your fault. I couldn't stop thinking about the mark left by that ring. Even so, I'm doing my best to save him. Haruki, shut up. Relax, Haruki. Don't you fucking show yourself to me. It's okay, you're not alone. Everything will be alright. Just call me by my name. Please. MAMIYA. Yes, good. I'm MAMIYA. And I'll always be here for you. So how is that did he become like that? You mean Haruki? You don't know anything, huh? And do you? Well, he's a liar, but that's for sure. I want to believe every word he says. But I do feel sorry for him. It's enough to set off my motherly instincts and hook hopeless women like me. Come on, Ayaka, you are not hopeless. God, if only I fell in love with a guy like you, I'll become so happy. Hey, let's have a couple of drinks together. Wait, Natsum, you smoke? Oh, you mean this? I started needed something in my mouth. I don't know anything about Morichika Haruki. I remember the gentle light of the church. He was a little bashful, but treated me with kindness when I was still a boy. Oh, it's you, huh? You are the one who sings of reading. Yes, I was looking at shit again, but I didn't understand it. Are you practicing? Yes, I want to be better at singing. Aren't you diligent? Hey. And just like that, with a cross downward from his neck, we went and helped me practice. He was such a normal, commendable young man back then, so why did he end up like that? What happened between then and now? Hey. And there goes out. After exchanging a look and brief greeting, we felt completely silent. That was the path we all chose. I didn't want to make him mad. I refused to admit that we could never understand one another. Without that fiction, neither of us will get hurt. However, did you stop going to church? Huh? I had to break the ice. It was the only way to save him. I wasn't here to get close to him. He could hurt me or curse me out all he wanted. It wouldn't matter. I was just an outsider. My only goal here was to prevent his death. Well, I mean, you can sing hymns, can you? It's none of your goddamn business. It will give me more peace than a back alley or some strange bedroom, you know? Lisa, could you maybe teach me some hymns? I don't remember any. But you sang at Natsume's funeral. I forgot that too. Why are you so opposed to turning your life around? I closed the distance between us. Are you this fond of being a self-destructive loner? I don't need to listen to your bullshit. Yes, you do. If I don't stop you here, you'll end up getting taken by MAMIYA. I grabbed him by his clothes to keep him bound. Let me go! Don't pretend that it's like it's easy to live alone or that you just want to avoid getting chained down. I said, let me go! You are just incapable of loving others. At that moment, he bent forward. He seemed to reach for his boots, but then suddenly a knife appeared between his fingers. Holy shit. How long had it been there? The blade shone like midwinter moon. Its faint gleam made me gasp. Ah! I'll kill ya! You know you can't do that. Just leave me hell alone. He charged at me, but was so full of openings I couldn't make him drop the knife, but simply landing a sharp on his wrist. Ah! Before he could pick the knife back up, I kicked it aside. It slid far away with metallic hiss. You son of a... Not giving a chance to get up, I stepped on his hands. Gah! Ah! Get the hell off me! I stepped harder, he more eventually gave up on struggling. You are just running away. From me, from others, even for yourself, and you are only doing it because you are scared of being hurt. I want you to understand you, and I try to think the way you do, but I felt like I was about to be consumed by your loneliness. I nearly vomited from the yelling anxiety with me. Why would you choose to be in such a place? Get your foot off me! Why aren't you seeking warmth? Get it off! What happened in your past to make you like this? The tragedy of it all brought me to tears. The burly carried. The fact that he had chosen to give up like he did. It filled me with an unbearable amount of grief. The tears rolled down my cheek and trickled onto the back of his hand. Hey, tears are pretty damn lukewarm and gross, aren't they? Shut up. A part of me wants to step in on him harder. The past isn't something worth mentioning. I've had my share of everyday joys and resentment as well. This also is the first time someone told me I'm incapable of love. The fact that I can't even refute it makes those words sting like no other. I'm not exactly an understanding citizen, if you catch my drift. I'm trouble for anyone involved, and there's plenty of people out there who hate my guts. But a part of me believes that one day I could love and be loved in return. That's all in the past now, though. That's not. You will deny that. You are that type of guy. But as good a guy as you are, you can't see into the future either. Exactly. Only when I die will people know if I was just some empty ass androids. The thin layer of snow was melting. The crushed knife on the open asphalt was losing its glimmer. Even so, I believe in you. Huh? I'm serious. I took my foot off his hand and picked up the knife. Marshaka, I believe you can love me. I held the knife in reverse. I believe it with all my heart and forced it into my own abdomen. Oof! He stabbed like Natsum stabbed himself. A beautiful light was leaking through a foggy window. These blinking images are like Morishaka squeaked as the light fell upon him. His side profile carried a certain sinfulness, like kissing thorns under a divine light. My girl Maud Morishaka stopped reading. What is this place? An abandoned building. No one's using it, so it's where I spend some of my nights. I see. For a second I thought I was in heaven. Don't be ridiculous. It was indeed an abandoned building. It looked like it could collapse at any moment, which I had immediately found a little scary. However, that very particularly felt like a representation of Morishaka himself. Thanks. You fixed up my stomach. Yeah. Did you think I will die? Stop talking, damn it. I should have just left you there. Ha, I'm glad you didn't. I was right to believe in you. I'm pretty tall, but it was still a huge gamble. Man, you are a piece of work. As a whole aspect, the wound itself wasn't that bad, and a bit of sleep was enough to put me back in good health. Why, I'm hungry. Morishaka looked at me as if he couldn't believe what I had just said. I grinned back at him in response. Sorry, unlike you, I'm pretty stubborn. Look at this. This is amazing, this artwork. The leather sofa was full of oozed springs. It couldn't take that much of impact, and the toughness of it made me grimace. Morishaka was lying on the sofa like he was already used to it though. He was also smoking a cigarette, seemingly in an attempt to calm himself. The dark room was slowly getting filled by smoke. The only thing to break the silence was the droning sound of a boring program on the radio. What were the hosts saying? I didn't even care, but I could be bothered to turn it off. Shiny flakes of dust floated around the room. The way they sluggish drifted through the air made it look like they were tired. The sense of fatigue here made me feel comfort unlike any I would felt before. Gonna drink? He gave me some kind of cola. I took it and probably cracked it open. The car made a pleasant solid pop before releasing the carbonated drink, stopping its flow into my lips. I began hastily drinking it up. The particular atmosphere of this abandoned building, it being winter time, and the cold cola combined to it me like few things cold. Once I finished up my first sip, I looked at the side for no reason at all. There I saw the face of a tall, beautiful young woman. Young woman or man? I think it was man, not woman. Yeah, man. Was the future bright or cold the darkness? It no mattered to me. All that mattered now was the present. As long as I enjoyed the present, I felt like I didn't need to worry about anything. This must have been what Marshak had learned long ago. Hey, stop that. We played around, drank some cola, then collapsed on top, playing sofa. There was no need for words. I brought my face close and smiled. Only we could hear each other's laugh. The blood out of my stomach is ever coffee's respiratory system. None of it mattered to me anymore. We were in a place where we could afford not to care about such things. We just had to spend the day having fun. It was fine if the future was black. Come what may, it will be alright. There was only one thing that we wished for, the taste of cola. We want things to stay as they were now. I woke up shivering in cold. I checked the time to see that it was 6 in the morning, the coldest time of the day. Marshaka rookie. I crawled up on the floor and looked at the sofa. Marshaka was sleeping peacefully. Your sleeping face. Careful not to wake him up, I thought she said. It's my first time seeing it. I saw his eyelids quiver. I'm off to grab Sophie to eat. How about you? I'm coming along, obviously. You know me well now, don't you? Shut up. Hey, Marshaka, pay your tab already. Sure, one day. What? I don't have much on me. Hey, I'm treating you. Whoa, the wound from yesterday opened back up. God, it hurts so much. It won't heal till I get some roasted pork ramen. Are you shitting me? You were just fine yesterday. Despite nearly popping a vein, Marshak ended up ordering 2 servings of ramen. Wow, it's so good. You know some good place, huh? Course I do. Your wounds. Does it still hurt? Huh? Here, have one of my roast pork. Thanks. He kept eating his ramen without saying another word. I'm glad I pretend to be hurt. After finish my roast pork, I look up the steam cover ceiling. That was cool, thank you. Despite his attitude, Marshaka instead insisted I didn't owe him for this. He was so scared you'll think it was the first time you'll ever hurt someone. That made me feel ecstatic. Is it just me or have you been smelling like tobacco as of late? Really? Wait, do you actually smoke? It's just secondary smoke. Stop lying, dumbass. You're actually right, Tuju. Guy started smoking recently, so feel free to be disillusioned with him. Hey, don't say that. Besides, I'm not addicted or nothing. I always smoke every now and then, not all the time. Oh, you are enjoying it in moderation. That's so mature. Well, hold up a sec, that's not how you react to my smoking. Jeez, don't force yourself to smoke if you can't handle it. Are you worried about me? No. God damn it, I said I'm not worried. Now stop smoking. I can't believe you are the one saying that now. I finally understood. The only way to keep Marshaka in check was to hurt myself. At some point I will make it a habit to smoke. Make sure to treasure me, alright? You say something? No. So what now? Are you going to play some pachinko or go bet on horse? I wanna go to the zoo. Huh? Are you going to the zoo? Hearing that from him was so strange that I couldn't help coming along. You enjoy more things than I thought. I haven't been to a zoo in years, though. Man, it reeks of animals in here. It was a weekday, so the zoo was cold and still. Making our way down a path blanketed by leaves, we started to walk around and look at the animals. No matter how adorable a particular creature was, Marchak didn't react with anything more than a simple Was he even enjoying this, or was I getting in the way of it? As I became somewhat he finally stopped before a single cage. In it there were grey wolves. After all the walking, he stopped and looked at these wild beasts. What's with that one? One of them is sleeping in a different place. Oh, you are right, that's unusual. Wolves tend to live in packs. Marshaka said nothing more. With his lips slightly apart, he simply continued watching the wolf that was separate from the others. You know, humans are so weak. We can't even properly sleep without clothing, eating and blankets. I knew it all along. People can't live without relying on others. Even those who believe themselves to be self-sufficient are actually just relying on hidden blessings for someone else. But I watch his back as he walked away, unable to fully comprehend the meaning behind the intense gaze he will give that wolf. Hey, you okay? Yeah, it's nothing to. Morshaka. I start rubbing his back as he crouches down. We need to find you a doctor. Pipe down, this ain't no big. Shut up, grab my shoulder. Come on, cheer up already. No ask you to take me here. You think the zoo had a medical officer? Don't make a big deal out of it. See what I mean? They let you use this place, so get some rest before leaving, okay? Huh? Did he fall asleep? He must have been really exhausted. Suddenly a gust of wind blew through the slightly open window. As the turn-quarter danced in the air, and it appeared MAMIYA. A young girl appeared. Hello? You are Shh. She put a finger over my lips, forcing me into silence. Don't make a noise. You wouldn't want to wake him up. Why did you show yourself to me? Well, I want to see what kind of person you were. Or perhaps you could say that I came to eliminate the pesky virus that so insists on saving a rookie. The smell of antiseptic made my body feel heavy. So I'm the virus here now? You are the one leading Morishaka toward certain death. Make no mistake, it's not my intention to make him suffer. If anything, you are the one forcing him to leave when himself has given up. You are forceful to extend his life. Do you think he wants to live off being hooked or up to tubes? Do you think this world is superior to the 3 Shiloh's com? You don't even know his pain. Oh, but I do. All too well. I won't abandon him. I'll save him and make sure that being like you has no chance to work themselves into his life. Hehehe. You are welcome to try. The strong breeze made me close my eyes. I could feel the light shining over my eyelids, and when I opened them, Morishaka was nowhere in sight. Morishaka! Haruki, I'm not sure. He didn't come to me. I see, thank you. Where are you? I spent all day running around Shishuku, and by the time I found him, it was well into the morning hours. The early morning sun seemed to burn my eyes. I looked down at him, barely breathing. He was like a tattered piece of golf. Don't you have anything to say? Get me a cig. Just get me a cig. I took a cigarette and light out of my pocket. And smoked it myself. Hey, it had begun to snow. The first light of morning illuminated us both. Snowflakes dancing in the wind, taking the scent of tobacco with them. Hey, stop fucking smoking. It doesn't suit you, damn it. And whose fault do you think that is? Huh? You are the one who got me into it. Smoke stuck my eyes. The morning lights shone cruelly over Morishaka's emotionless face. It's all your fault. Are you an idiot? I already know what's going on in your head. Don't try to disappear just to avoid feeling lost. You know how painful it is. So why do you force into others? I mean, There was a plastic bag next to him. That was hot. He rarely had things with him. He actually bought something? What's this? Whatever. Open it. I opened the plastic box in the bag. There was a messy mix of fresh cream and something sponge-like inside. What's this? A cake. I was puzzled. This was so unlike him. Are you trying to quit smoke by switching over to sweets? It's for your birthday, dumbass. His words shocked me like nothing else. He remembered it. You should look after yourself too. I was at loss for words. Before I knew it, it had become dark, and enough snow had fallen for Tokyo to blanket in white. We lay on fresh snow. Two of us were situated parallel to the solid roads. We could see the moon in the skies above. We had no idea when a car would come, but we just lay and continued breathing in silence. By doing so, felt like we had become one with the air and our words dispersed like smoke. Sing something for me, huh? You know, like a birthday song. Screw you. Oh, okay then. I began seeing it myself. Happy birthday to you! Happy dear me. Hehehe. How about you sing instead of laughing? Nah. The snow fell on our face. They were like stars. Silence. The traffic light was shining orange. The snow took the light, flattening it. It was winter, but surroundings were not covered by warm color. My vision turned blurry from tears, making it seem like city lights were sparklers. Do you know that evening on Mars is blue? An evening that wasn't a fiery red, a cold, cold evening. I'm glad it isn't Mars. The kindness in his voice filled my heart with pain. Happy birthday, Natsu. Happiness. You and me. We both just wanted happiness. Oh man, this thing tastes like shit. It didn't matter if I was no better than walking pile of garbage. I just wanted to sleep, with the stagnant air, free of any kind of thrills. I didn't care if this turned me to dust. I didn't care if I couldn't get up. I just wanted to sleep without fear of death. We were in the church. It was a place he hadn't visited no matter how many times we met up. His expression combined with the way he was seated and the position of his hands made it seem like he was praying. You can't smoke in here. What are you, a priest? Well, I guess you are kinda like one. The warm evening fell over the church. The very thought of its glow made me feel as though this place was closer to heaven than any other. Morishaka looked at me like I was dazzling. That faith in sorrow in his eyes nearly made me gasp. You always used to sit over there. I remembered thinking that there were certain expressions that you would pray it. What are you talking about? Nothing. Forget I say anything. Morishaka, let me grant you a miracle. To me? Who else? You are no god. That's true, I'm no god. Oops. But I can at least pray for your good fortune. And that's supposed to be a miracle? Well, I'm pretty lucky if I do say so myself. Seriously, you got to be kidding me. That's so not the impression I'm getting from you. But I'll meet you. And what's that if not a miracle? God, you are so embarrassing. Ha, I guess I am, sorry. Pouting his lips, Morishaka fell silent. You probably won't find it easy to believe in miracles. But if you take a slightly better look and find it yourself to believe that you can cause miracles, I will give you my protection. If I can believe myself. Morishaka reached into his coat pocket and took out silver cross necklace. He brought it to his lips and took a deep breath. I thought his closed eyes occasionally opened. I thought he closed them so tight it seemed almost like he was grimacing. Some time passed, and when he finally opened his eyes, they looked right at me. I'm ready to believe. I will believe in this shitty world and whatever God there is. I will believe in you, the miracles I missed out on, and in myself. So please, grant me a miracle. Thank you. Thank you, Morishaka. Don't worry. It will be okay. I will lead you to happiness no matter what. I may not know where your happiness lies, but I don't mind if it's not with me, as long as you find peace and can sleep well enough to hear the shouts of angels. Even if you don't need me, at least let me wish you good night. Fourth Friday. So you passed the third. Talking during the year in which the world was prophesied to end, the fourth Friday of final month of the year. Let me all save, because it's like it's when the world is going to end. With nothing, my soul participants went to visit his grave. Morishaka was standing against the wall in front of the church, listless, looking at the sky. Yo, did you pick an item? I won't be in this goddamn place if I didn't. Ha, I guess that's true. The memory mass, huh? I didn't think I'll ever meet him again. I have a sight of relief knowing that this enigmatic young man who drifted from place to place like smoke seemed to have finally set his feet firm on the ground. Let's just go. Yeah, let's go visit Natsu's grave. The public cemetery was in an open area some distance away from the church. Various graves were lined up in a clouded area sprinkled in green. We stopped in front of one. It was just like all the others, lacking any distinguishing features. And it belonged to Natsume. In other words, me. A strong gust of wind blew past us. Even so, Morishaka walked to the grave with a steady, fast pace, looking firm and resolute. What you will choose to give Natsume was a cross necklace. The cross necklace? Yeah, I don't need it anymore. But why? Don't get it wrong, but I'm not pessimistic. There ain't no God. I knew that all along, and felt it repeated in the hospital bed. Even still, I just couldn't bring myself to get rid of this thing. I need something to cling to, but I no longer do. It's my turn to give someone happiness. Morishaka grasped the necklace tight before finally placing it on Natsume's coffin. So does this mean that... Shut up, we are done here, let's go. Wait. Seemingly embarrassed, Morishaka quickly walked away, but these positive thoughts made me so happy it almost hurt. Yeah, from now on you will live the rest of your life, making plenty of other people happy. I'm sure you will be glad. We looked back at some coffin one last time before walking away. Let's go, Morishaka. I could tell you not to follow me around, but you'll come along anyway, won't you? You know me too well. Wanna go grab a drink? As long as you pay for it. Sure, but only if you beat me at billiards. Ha, bring it on. I had no idea what awaited us beyond the hill, beyond the end of this story. However, it's fine. I'm sure you will draw up a wonderful world. I believe in you. Come on, hurry up, you won't have time to practice. You didn't let me practice at all when we played darts. Shut up, let's just go. Good grief. Let's just go then and find out what awaits us beyond that light. So this is the story of, this is the ending of Morishaka side. Because when appears that is to choose to see the story for each other when they stay alive. So this was the Morishaka. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure this kind of ending made your friends happy? Alright. You may just enjoy bathing in your happiness without knowing the truth, you bystander. So now it's like we need to restart. We need to do everything, but then instead of going for, because you can see now it is Morishaka now, because now it was only the Natsume. Nowadays Morishaka. You need to do all the endings, right? Those choices that the one that I picked was Morishaka. Then you have Ryu, Minato, and Suo. Everyone, you need to save them to see what happens next. So these are the endings. So in the beginning there is no ends. It's only to understand what happened, that everyone dies. Then you go for the second scenario that you need to know how to unlock it. You go for the second scenario. You go for that to understand better what it is, who is Natsume, like that, and then you need to save them, your friends, to make to everyone continue happy and to stay alive, because everyone was giving up for MAMIYA. So it's like I say, it's like the game is good. The game is amazing. The stories, there are stories from reality too, because Morishaka is loneliness, Ryo is parents that beat on their kids, and then kids take revenge on the parents. You have from Minato, that is someone that is like a girl inside of a boy's body that prefers not to have friends or to tell nobody because he's ashamed of that. And you have Suo, that is someone that tries to live in an imaginary world, right? Like he was say that he was expected someone says that he was a hero on that world. So, and then you as an Natsume, you need to try to save them, say that no to MAMIYA, right? And they see that they can have a happy life from what they are. So it's like everything is good. And then of course the game is long, right? It's long because only to reach to the endings that the game has, that is only now that the endings. It's big because you need to see first their deaths, and then you go for Natsume and start doing to see the other ends, to understand how they survive. Of course it takes a lot of time, that's why the game is long, but it's worth because the stories are good. The artwork is fucking amazing. This game, you can see the artwork is fucking amazing. The only problem that I'll say is the sound. It's like there's tons of music always. Where at certain point there's a lot of music like that that sometimes it can annoy you a little bit, right? Because you are like it's always music appearing, and sometimes the story can be confused because who is MAMIYA? Are we doing good, or are we the bad doing bad for them, right? The story can be confused to understand who is MAMIYA. For my perspective, what I think is MAMIYA is our dark side, like in our memory, the dark side. Sometimes you want to ask for help, MAMIYA is that appears always. So it's what I think, but the game is worth to buy it and play it. Is what I say. Like, if you like visual novels, okay, the game doesn't have a lot of choice. Yes, doesn't have a lot of choice. The choice are always to see the stories for each character. But it's like, if you like visual novels, having a good artwork and a good story, it's worth to buy. If you are not like a fan of visual novel, I will say to give it a try, because you will see that visual novels nowadays, they are good because they have good stories and good artwork. So hope you guys enjoy the full playthrough of MAMIYA and with the ending of Marichaka. Tomorrow I'll be back with a new game.